Now his history is interesting.
He was like the first famous nigga, like famous, like he famous.
No,
because you got Michael Jackson was after him.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was
before
after him.
Michael Jackson was before him.
He wasn't, bro. Michael Jackson got like Michael Jackson famous in like 89, 88.
Michael Jackson was, bro. Thriller was 82.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Was it?
Talking about?
Okay, and Off the Wall was in the 70s. What are you talking about?
I remember Off the Wall was in 78. But Michael Jackson was like Michael Jackson.
When Off the Wall came out, he was Michael Jackson, bro.
Yeah, when Off the Wall came out, Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson.
When niggas was fainting, he was like, it was bad. That's what I'm talking about.
Spike, what are you talking about, bro? You got us young niggas telling you.
Don't stop till you get enough. Came out July 10th of 79. He was Michael Jackson.
He was Michael Jackson then, bro.
Non-musician then.
He was the first. He was the first like superstar black actor.
Yeah.
His 80s run is nuts. His 80s run was nuts.
That's Ken. Ken picking up that white noise.
That's what I was just looking at. Like, damn, this one's cool. But yeah, you're right. Not a musician.
It might be that chord again, Ken.
Let me see. Because Eddie Murphy from like 1980 to 85. Like I think there's no better run.
Because they were framing it like that in this movie. I mean, in the doc, and they was like, nobody really wasn't like famous like Eddie Murphy in movies until Eddie Murphy. And I was thinking about it. I was like,
yeah, he right.
Damn.
Because he had from 82 to 89, bro. These are the movies: 48 Hours, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, The Golden Child, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Eddie Murphy Raw, Coming to America, Harlem Nights. Like
nobody was doing it.
No, like that's an insane 10-year run. He got literally 4 classics.
In that less than a 10-year period.
Actually 6. He got 48 Hours, Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Harlem Nights, 5 classic movies, and then he got his Eddie Murphy Raw, which is my favorite stand-up special from him.
You good now?
Classic. And then he does Boomerang in 92. So if you just go from 82 to 92,
I haven't seen half them films. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You don't need to.
Which ones have you not seen? It depends on which ones.
Yeah, that's a better question.
48 Hours, Trading Places.
Trading Places is a must-see.
I'm surprised you haven't seen Trading Places. That's on like BET all the time.
Yeah, I haven't seen, but I have seen Beverly Hills Cop, Harlem Nights, Boomerang. Like I guess I've seen the one.
Have you seen Coming to America?
Yeah, like I've seen the ones with him that are more like predominantly black cast, but the ones where he got white people in it, I ain't really never.
That's why you ain't seen Trading Places like that.
Trading Places is still a good movie. It's one of those great like mixed comedies where like black and white audiences could like it. Same thing with 48 Hours. That's the first. Some people say 48 Hours. People say 40 Hours is the first buddy cop movie.
I would watch
40 Hours.
Trading Places is a better movie. Trading Places is a better movie, but 48 Hours is more entertaining. Like it'll hit better today. You watch 48 Hours today, you be like, okay, I see why people think that's funny. If you watch Trading Places, you might be like, this nigga's old. But it's still good.
It's still good. And it got hella like classic actors in it. But I wanna do a hip hop question right before we start. Before we start, y'all, because we on the precipice of a legendary rapper dropping his last album.
I got a feeling I know what question you about to ask, nigga.
Hey, J. Cole, I'm gonna ask this question. Do we care that J. Cole is dropping his last album? On Super Bowl weekend, mind you at that.
Potentially, because
the only interest is because
the
only interest I was gonna say is only because damn. All right.
Now finish your point, Ken.
No, I'm gonna drop off and come back in. Y'all go ahead.
So what I was saying is he's also dropping a mixtape, so it's not his last music.
The mixtape come out first though. It come out the week before. It come out the 28th.
Oh, so it's coming out before.
It ain't even been confirmed, y'all niggas. So y'all can't even say that. It ain't confirmed. Niggas be saying shit like it's confirmed.
I was on the confirming the album.
You haven't seen that though?
Yeah, Jadakiss said it.
Jadakiss said, but just because Jada said that nigga ain't
Jadakiss didn't say that. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Jada,
Dream Deal release. They got the schedule.
Oh, but Jada did say that though. Jada said he heard the mixtape.
I don't listen to Jadakiss. I don't know that part.
You
I don't know that part, but I just seen they had like the schedule because it had like the fall off was the last. The fall off is the last one.
That's
right?
so long ago.
That's fake.
Like, that's from KOD. He put that out since KOD.
Okay.
You know, so yeah, that's an old ass list.
Oh, okay, so I didn't know that was fake.
Why is he saying this is his last album? Because
I think he just ready to just move on.
Man, if anybody leave and don't ever come back, it's gonna be him. So if he says his last album, I believe that nigga. He's gonna be like herding sheep in Ireland or some shit. Like we never gonna see J. Cole again.
Do you care? That's what I'm asking.
No.
Do you care?
No, I don't be believing that stuff when people say it's their last. I ain't the only last artist I know of was Frank Ocean.
Nigga ain't said that was his last album. What you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, he's disappeared off the face of the earth.
He's gonna.
But think if anybody
he didn't proclaim it's gonna be his last though. That's
if anybody was gonna do that, I know you said you ain't seen it, Sean. It would be J. Cole.
It would be J. Cole.
He would be. You'll never hear from him. He ain't gonna be in a film, an interview. Like you'll never hear from him again.
He gonna be hooping.
Yeah, some shit like that. You're gonna see him at the Y.
I
Damn, man, ain't you J. Cole?
I care, Nick. So
what part do you care about?
I guess that comment that Nick always says about like there's no superstar, and so if J. Cole falls off basically the top three, I care because like where's what's supposed to happen to hip hop? I'm putting quotations because they claim like nothing else is going to happen after this. But I also care because he's making it seem like he put everything in it and it's supposed to be his best album. Like J. Cole, if that's the case, and that's why he's been taking so long to put it out, all right, let's see what you consider your best. Because
I do want to hear it.
We haven't been getting your best lately. Like, so yeah, I'm curious, and I do care. I do care because if it is his best and it's his last album, that does say a lot. Like if you can go out on your best album as your last album, now I gotta look back at your career and be like, well, what the fuck happened here? Like,
nah, I ain't doing all that.
I wouldn't be like I don't think I will miss J. Cole. I say that, but I do like him as an artist. 2014, one of my favorite albums, and I would be super impressed if he went out and this was his best piece of work. Something similar to Jalen's point. I'd be like, damn, nigga, you've been sitting on this. You could have been doing this the whole time. But I ain't gonna look up 4 years from now and be like, man, like we be talking about with Jay-Z, I could use a whole album. I'll never say that about Cole after this album.
I don't even know why I be saying that about Hov.
Yeah, I was about to say that too.
I'm interested in Jay-Z though.
Yeah,
I'm interested in Jay-Z. I could care less about J. Cole.
I've been saying this about Hov for a minute, and sometimes I feel like I'm wrong on it, but I think
call that nigga Hov. I don't like that shit.
but I think this will definitely apply to J. Cole. I agree, like maybe not a whole project, but I definitely would still want Cole verses because let's not act like his feature run isn't crazy. Like whenever he's featured,
it's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we still want J. Cole music. Maybe just we don't want or need J. Cole bodies of work, but I still would like to hear J. Cole verses. You're saying with the best lyricists in the game. So I don't know. Like I feel like it's too early for him to just be completely gone. Like no music, no features, no nothing. I feel like I would miss him.
This was the wrong group to ask anyway. No, I don't know why you asked.
This is a perfect.
Ain't nobody shitting on him though. Ain't nobody shitting on him.
Nobody shitting on him.
I am neutral. I am neutral on Cole. Like I'm not gonna say I would want to hear more music, but I'm not gonna say I don't want to hear music. He's only dropped. This will be 7 albums for the fall off is the 7th album from 2011 to 2026. So he would have a 15-year run with one bona fide classic. You could argue there's another one in there.
I say 2.
It's just one.
I think it's one consensus. I think to me, I like Born Sinner right after 2014, but I don't know if I would say that's a classic album. But
I think Friday Night Lights is a classic. It's a classic mixtape, and then I also think he has 2014. I think that's a classic.
Okay, I mean, if that's what you want to deem that.
To me, those are his classics.
I'm just saying, like, his career is very interesting with this last album because if it don't hit, hey, we looking at his career totally different, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like, he don't be rapping his ass off. I think that's understood.
I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have.
What you mean? Like, I'm not expecting him to have a bad. Like, the song that he dropped, it was cool. I liked it. I thought it was.
I mean, he always drops something cool. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, like, I don't think he should have told people like this is his last album. I think he just should have just left.
Should have done it.
I don't.
Yeah, just do it and leave, and like we'll figure it out down. Just like we figured out, Andre never dropping an album. like it's something like that. It's just like.
Well, two things. Well, the reason why I said we shouldn't act is like this question isn't for them is because like the people who really, really fuck with Cole, they not them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like our generation is more tied to Cole because we grew up like that era of us transitioning into college, high school years, like being in college, listening to Cole is different than for them. Like that's Cole's core base. And as far as his career, I think his career models like his idol, and that's Nas. Like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
No. Listen to me. Like when you really go listen to Nas, a lot of times it's more bars than a complete project. And like for Cole, it's like you just really listening for bars.
That's bullshit.
And that's what Cole has always been.
Bullshit.
He hasn't been a project out. Like he doesn't really do concise projects. It's just like, oh, that nigga spitting on there. That's really what people just go to listen to Cole for. So
literally all his projects is concise. Is theme like his first album, Sideline Story. That's a theme. Born Sinner was a theme. 2014, obvious theme. For Your Eyes Only.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, Nick. What I'm saying is you don't expect him to completely execute on. Like when you go listen to Kendrick, you listening to a complete project, a cohesive album, and like it really makes sense. Like the sound makes sense all the way through. Like it feels like intentional. You don't look at Cole as being like particular in the music. You just know he is going to spit on that. Like you really want to hear the bars that Cole is about to give you.
I think that's why 2014 is so good because he did what you're saying on that album. That's the only album I feel like he's done that on.
KOD he did a good. That was the last time
he had a theme, but they wasn't as good as 2014. He executed both of what both of y'all talking about. He had the bars and he had the theme, and so it was concise. You knew what he was trying to say.
Matter of fact, Nick brought up a point, and to me about like even Cole makes his own beats. You don't ever be like, yo, that's a great ass Cole beat. Like it's similar to Nas. Like you don't think of Nas and be like, yo, that's a fucking dope ass beat on a lot of his projects. You be like, yeah, he was saying some shit on here. Like not till lately. Now I've been arguing lately. His discography is kind of better than Hov at this point. But what I'm saying, yeah. You can make
talking about Nas. He's talking about Nas.
Yeah, Nas, because this last run that Nas has been on is really up there now. But yeah, I think when you really look at it, Cole, I wouldn't change because as long as he giving bars, if the bars ain't lazy and they still top tier bars, I'm gonna just be like, all right, bet. But if he gives a great album, be like, well, nigga, why you ain't been giving us great albums? Like you going out with a great album, you've been just giving us okay albums for the last couple of years. So that's my stance. That's how I feel about it.
Ken, what was your thoughts?
I can't remember.
Are you gonna miss Cole if this is the last album?
No. No. I don't miss him now.
Who do you miss? He said, but that's the other thing. Who does he miss? He don't miss nobody.
The answer to that.
He don't care. He don't care about nobody. So why
that's funny. Cam said he been fell off to me.
I didn't say that bit.
Close enough. That was
he said the off season was 3 albums ago.
But Nick, you saying those albums are bad.
And it was like, turning it off.
You saying those albums was bad. I don't think they were bad. They actually, to me, they sound better because it's on other production. Like, he sounds better on other production.
He has one bad album to me. He has For Your Eyes Only is a bad album. The rest of them albums, it just depends on what mood you in and if you're a fan or not. He doesn't make bad albums, but his only consensus bad album, just like, which is crazy because it came right after his classic, is For Your Eyes.
Like, why is For Your Eyes a bad album to you?
That shit
Bruh.
is trash. I don't know, but that shit just sounds
boring.
lazy.
Hey, Lou.
Yeah, that shit sounds
It's
lazy.
super boring.
Like that nigga. That
Like
song. What's the song? What song is it? When he rap over
Folding
the exchange
clothes.
beat, bro. I want to turn that. I be like, nigga, just tell Bryce.
Yeah,
Just tell
I
Bryce
don't
Taylor to
disagree
come
with
back,
that
nigga.
one.
I don't need you on this shit, nigga.
People
like,
people
did
did
do this. Put a
I-
finger
I-
in the sky, nigga. Shut up.
I
They
compare
can't
that.
start it because J. Cole ain't worth all this talk.
See, that's the disrespect.
Yeah.
I compare and For Your Eyes Only album is like when Chance started rapping about his wife. And it was like, come on, bro. We don't care that you happily married. Like that was J. Cole. Like I'm living in the suburbs. I got rich neighbors. Oh, they thought we were selling drugs. Like, man, we don't care, bro. Like we don't want to hear about you folding clothes in the house with your girl. We don't want to hear that. That's why this is worse out.
All right,
when he
so
was-
Shelton has a good point. So we're gonna get started. This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in Sports. I'm your host, Kenneth Beans. Joining me on the show, I have Shelton J. Grumpy Shelton J. FIFO, Spike, and Nick.
Yep.
What up, y'all?
What's going on? What it do?
Glad to have everybody on board. Glad you guys are watching. Make sure you guys let everybody know about the show. Hit the thumbs up button, the like button, tweet it out, Facebook it, whatever y'all do.
TikTok.
We have a jam-packed show, man. We got of course the college football playoffs. We're definitely gonna open with that. We got a lot to talk about with that. And of course the football games that took place over the weekend. Josh Allen, Caleb Williams, you saw him on the thumbnail. And then, we're going to wrap up with our weekly picks. But before we get into all that, we have to open, or we open with our performance of the week. And that is going to be me. It's going to be brief. And it's going to be Nick, it's Ben Johnson, bro. It's Ben Johnson. Worst performance of the week.
Hey, bro, I'll see y'all niggas next week, bro. I'll see y'all niggas next week, bro. This nigga's starting off the show.
Nah, FIFO, nah.
I'll see y'all niggas next week.
Nah, bro. Nah. Stafford threw what, 0 touchdowns? Stafford wasn't Stafford. He didn't even have a good game. I don't believe it. And they lost that game because he decides that this is college football or Madden. This is the playoffs. You always take the points. And you look at that game and you see the fact that he had to throw this miraculous touchdown to even tie the game. They really shouldn't have been in that predicament at all. And I understand DJ Moore is getting the blame for not flattening the route. There's plenty of video and discussion about that. He was jogging, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't even know about that play call. You're super aggressive in overtime when you're in field. You're what, 10, 15 yards from a first down to kick the field goal, and you call that play? Like, what are you doing? Like, just find a way to manage the game and get first downs and convert. And he's in the red zone going for it and shit like that. No, bro, he'll learn. He'll learn that the playoffs will humble you in ways that you can't imagine. Just look at Josh Allen. But you cannot get up there and be super aggressive and come away with 0 points. That's arrogance. That's the shit that Kyle Shanahan be doing. That's the shit that all these guys be doing, and they're thinking that they're better than everybody else, is smarter than everybody else. The playoffs ain't like that, bruh. And you don't know how the next season will turn out just because you managed to win all these games this season. Hell, you got lucky you even there. You got lucky. You probably shouldn't even been there after the shit that happened last week. So you should have been thankful. But he wasn't. And he was just rolling the dice and where it rolling.
You know, Ken, I'm not even gonna address you. I'm gonna address Nick. Nick, don't we be talking about we have to hold people accountable? Where is CJ Stroud talk? Because that was the worst performance of the week. It was not Ben Johnson. CJ Stroud was the worst performance of the week, Ken.
That is true.
You are shooting bail off rip. I'm flabbergasted. I'm really about to cut y'all niggas off till next week, bro. What the hell is we talking about? When CJ Stroud go out there, Ken, and we're talking about that this man, and not only he He was on podcasts talking about he top 5. We backed him on that top 5, and it's been 2 seasons since he's really truly been top 5. And he go out there with this type of performance.
And I've been talking shit about. I've been talking shit about Stroud since he's been talking shit about himself.
But CJ Stroud was worse than Ben Johnson, Ken.
Let me ask you a question, FIFO. Did you have expectations for CJ Stroud in that game?
Yes.
More than what he gave us.
Yeah.
I didn't expect no 4 interceptions.
I expected him to not go out there and lose the game.
Have y'all been watching CJ Stroud play all season?
Yes.
They won 8 straight. He at least didn't lose games. He went out there and flat out lost his game for them. Flat out.
Yeah,
like if we didn't have you, if we had anyone else but you, we would have won this game. You lost.
They could have won with Kirk Cousins. They could have won with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
CJ Stroud and Josh Allen, they will get destroyed. Ben Johnson needs to take some heat too.
But I think
Ben Johnson got to the NFC Championship game. Ken?
No, he got to the divisional round.
Or to the divisional round.
No, he did not.
To the divisional round.
Yeah, I would shoot him grace, Ken, because of what you said. That comes with experience, I feel like, in coaching. I think he still got that young offensive coordinator. He carrying that energy that he had in Detroit over, and he ain't realized that you can't play like that in the playoffs. Like, I think that's what it was. I do agree with you that some of those calls were egregious, but that's going to get fixed with experience. With CJ Stroud, you questioning your whole future as a franchise. Like, have we tied our horse to the wrong dude? Like, we might get a quarterback next year if we Houston. So, yeah.
I'm saving my comments for the topic at hand, Ken. But
yeah.
It's hard to debate with FIFO on this point on the CJ Stroud shit. That was that was an eyesore. I think Houston fans, no pun intended, Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah, I'm telling you saw the head coach take a deep breath and say, "Here we go." When he went out there in that second half, so it's kind of like that had to be worst performance. That's one of the worst playoff performances I've ever seen. Period. Let alone
it didn't surprise me. It didn't surprise me.
It did for me.
Anyway, let's move on. College football, man. Quarter 1. This was a memorable weekend in football as we watched the college football playoff crown a new champion in historic fashion when the Indiana Hoosiers defeated the Miami Hurricanes in Miami 27-21. Beat them at home. What stood out to y'all the most in this championship game, and what should Kurt Cignetti do this offseason?
Well, look, I'm gonna be brief. Que hola todo lo cubano ahí. You know, shout out to Mendoza, Cuban. You know what I'm saying? Winner.
Bro, you better be careful with that shit.
Be careful, bro.
It's the United States.
You in Texas your ass
too, up. He talking all that shit.
Next week you ain't gonna say.
You see this right here? I'm good. Hey, you see this right here? I'm good. You understand me?
Ain't gonna mean nothing.
Hey, I was born in Chi-Town.
Hey, the fact that he got his passport on him right now.
Let you know where we at. He got a stay strapped. He stay strapped. Nigga, don't even play with me, nigga.
That wasn't even real passport was spelled right.
Oh man. But
that man got on
look,
wallet, bro.
I do. You know what I'm saying? Cause, I be getting this stamp. You know what I'm saying? So I'm enjoying this. But it is what it is. Look, shout out to all the Cubans out there. Look, I wanted obviously the U to win. I picked them when we was talking about it last week. The thing that stood out to me is Mendoza, that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that you want out of a potential franchise quarterback, he displayed it. He displayed moxie.
You being biased, FIFO.
How am I being biased?
You show love to your
He bullshit. Go ahead, finish your point, FIFO. He just bullshit.
Mendoza stood out, bro. Mendoza stood out like a man amongst boys. So that to me, that was like the biggest takeaway. Like, there's nothing you could do at the college level to he got all the answers to the test, and he's been playing like that in his college football.
Is he on hands down number one?
Number one. Okay. Hands down.
I feel sorry for the Raiders if they don't have to take this man number one. And
they don't have to do shit, Lou.
Yeah, but they are because they the Raiders. So I guess I can't feel that sorry for him. He's not good, bro. He's not an NFL quarterback. I think that was very evident when he was playing against that Miami defense because he's going to be playing athletes like that every week in the NFL. Not saying that he wasn't in a good conference in the Big Ten. I know they play top-tier talent. He just didn't look impressive. Like, he looks like he's in a really good system, and he know how to run that system really well. But do I trust him going to the Raiders and being a star? Hell no.
So you telling me that run that he had on 4th and 5.
That was a great run.
FIFO had great college moments.
FIFO, that was a great run, and that was a great moment for him. But to say he was a man amongst boys in this game is a complete falsehood. I watched this game. He was dominated by that defensive line at Miami. The problem in this game, what stood out most to me in this game, was the 3rd and 4th down penalties and bonehead plays that Miami was making. Miami had this game won if they had composure. It was 3rd and 17 or 18 because he had been getting beat up so bad, and they ran a draw play, running back draw play, and it was a face mask, and they got a first down out of it. You got a couple personal fouls. You got a couple pass interference calls, holding calls, just egregious moves by the Miami defense on 3rd down several times when they could have gotten off the field. Secondly, the offense didn't get going for Miami at all in the first half. They played one half of football and had a chance to win it at the end. If you had told most people that Miami would have been in this game at the end of the game with a shot to win it, they would have called you a liar because you would have thought that he would have dominated. But he had 186 yards passing, 15 or 27? Something like that, -8 yards rushing, and that's with that run. So in saying that Mendoza did not dominate, he won the game. That's what you're supposed to do. But we're not going to act like he was out there just killing them because he wasn't. That was on Miami to win that game, and they let it slip out of their hands. You put it in Carson Beck's hands to win the game, he didn't get the job done. That's what it boils down to. And as far as Indiana's head coach, if I was him, I'd take my talents to the NFL as fast as I could and take all the money I can get because it's going to be tough to get back there with an Indiana squad. I don't know who his quarterback is going to be next year. I don't know if he even named him. Mendoza's brother transferred to Georgia Tech today. So I don't know what their quarterback situation is going to look like for next year.
They got somebody out of the portal. They were saying it last night. They got somebody out of
the portal. Oh, they did? Okay. Well, his brother, Mendoza's brother, just transferred to Georgia Tech today. But I don't think Indiana I don't think he'll reach these heights again. So right now, while he's high, I would take my talents and get all the money I can get.
Yeah. Honestly, what stood out to me was that Miami defense and that running back. Who was it? Number 10? That's
the receiver, Tony. The number 4 is Fletcher, the running back.
Yeah. The run game for Miami and that defensive line. I think the kid Ruben, whatever his name is, he's definitely going top 5 in the draft. The running back will probably be a 1st or 2nd round pick. But I was really impressed. I thought because I picked it to be a blowout. I thought Indy was going to win by more than one possession. So shout out to Miami with that. Carson Beck is like 35 years old and still can't win the big game. So I'm not really worried about him and his career. I do agree with FIFO. I think Mendoza solidified that he is the best quarterback coming out of this draft class, and the Raiders have no other choice but to draft him. But if I was Cignetti, I would definitely go with him to the NFL, go to the Raiders. I think the Raiders should give him a blank check. Well, they ain't got that much money because they paying 4 coaches, but they should at least give him job security, saying like you can do whatever the hell you want to for the next 5 seasons with your quarterback, and we'll see what happens. Because shit, what do the Raiders have as far as an alternative? Like all the good head coaches are pretty much done so far as those being signed in the NFL. Give a chance to the college coach who has proven he can win at any level. Well, he can win at the college football level, but it seems like he's coming in with a lot of momentum that he can build a roster and build a program up. So that was my main takeaways. It was a great game overall though too.
Yeah,
How would you guys leave college?
I think he proved his point. I think he can prove. I think every college coach tries the NFL at some point. You know what I'm saying? Every great one that is. So I think he can always come back. It's not like Indiana ain't gonna welcome him back if he leaves. So I just think that why not try the NFL while you literally can choose your quarterback. Like you can get the guy who won you the title.
They gave Cignetti an 11-year, is it an 8-year contract? 11 million a year, I think, earlier this season. So he locked in.
So
Yeah. Ken, them contracts is working all the time. That shit don't mean nothing. But look, I will say this to Nick's point, going to the NFL. Colin Cowherd always says this. I agree with it. When you get college head coaches going into the NFL, right, or even OC, DC, whatever, they have a pulse on the college kids coming out because they had to recruit all these guys. You know what I'm saying? So he'll know about some gems that some other organizations probably won't know that are a little bit more distant from the college game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't disagree. I think for him, if he does want to test the waters, what better way to do it with the number 1 overall pick, taking your quarterback and saying, hey, I did it at JMU. I did it at Indiana. Watch me do it with the Vegas Raiders. So, this is the best way to go about it if he's going to go about it.
And to me, the last part of that for me is he'll have time because the Raiders, they already paying for coaches. You got 3-4 years to build instead of just getting kicked out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Some people just come off as college coaches. To me, he one of those dudes, and I think that he's found the perfect situation in Indiana. Mark Cuban was talking about the whole process of why they hired him and how it was Shark Tank and he had a system and it works everywhere he goes. I don't think that he would put that on the line to go coach the Raiders. I think he'll stay in Indiana. You got a blank check, essentially. I got Mark Cuban behind me. I get to do whatever I want. I run this how I want. We can run this like a professional program without the stresses of being in the NFL. You have to be as media facing as those coaches got to be. He seems like a college guy to me. I'd stay in Indiana until they kick me out, to be honest.
Pete Carroll seemed like a college coach until he came, over to Seattle.
Even though with Pete Carroll, he has a different personality. Like he's a player's coach. This Signetti seems like they fuck with him, but he ain't a player's coach. Like I couldn't imagine him going in the locker room full of grown men. I know Indiana had an older team, but those are still like kids. These are professionals. See, I know they had an older team, but these are professionals though. These are professionals.
They all could rent cars without paying extra. That's the team.
They were as old as Cincinnati. What you talking about?
Exactly.
I just think like he's a college guy and he got a blank check and they're doing something to work with the people in place. Like keep running it back till they prove it don't work. I wouldn't leave to Indiana until I had to.
He ain't gonna never happen, bro. He won them their first. Like he is gonna get a statue built outside that motherfucking place. They're never gonna say like, "Oh yeah, you can't never come back," or like, "We done with you."
And they're not expecting him to be Nick Saban. Like you got the national title. Like you can stay there and be really 8-4 for the next whatever many years in Indiana. They still gonna
all the more reason
to still get your statue.
That's what I'm saying. All the more reason to leave because you could test the water. Because if he succeeds in the NFL, bro, he's done something that what. Has there been a coach that won a national championship in the NFL?
And Jimmy Johnson.
Pete Carroll and Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, so but that's a short list. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like less than 5.
But that may not mean nothing to him. That don't seem like he don't seem like the type of guy that means anything.
If you want a title with the Raiders, bro, he's gonna get a statue built outside that motherfucker that next day too.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Right next to Al Davis.
That is true. That is true.
I think he should stay, and I think he will stay. I think
was our coach.
Yeah, I think it's at least for another year or two. See how things shake out. I do agree with you guys. Like it would be a dream scenario to go there with your quarterback, but he know what Mendoza is, which is probably why he's just going to stay where he at.
Exactly.
But no, I'm just playing. Mendoza is going to be the number 1 draft pick by default. I think that line that he had in that game has been a Mendoza line all season long. He threw 41 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but he doesn't light it up. He's not going to go out there and throw for a lot of yards like that. He's only had one game over 300 yards passing all year long. But he controls the game. He seems to be really efficient and sound with his reads. And I think, in the NFL, that may be able to work for him. I give him a lot of credit. He was tough, and in the fourth quarter, he showed up when they needed him the most. And I give Cincinnati credit because they were awful on fourth down all season. They showed it up on the screen. But for him to take that chance and go ahead and try to put the game away, that took a lot. And what I like the most is how prepared he was because he saw the defense. And he had a feeling they would come out in that same defense, and that's why he went ahead and called that play. And like you said, they just blocked it differently. So But Mendoza wasn't impressive. But in all honesty, he hasn't been. He wasn't impressive to me all season long. I never understood why people were so hyped on him. But outside of when he steps up in the fourth quarter, and when you're in the NFL, honestly, fourth quarter is where you win games. You probably really need a guy that has that clutch factor, and he's displayed it a couple of times. And look, they beat some real solid programs. They beat number 9 Illinois. They beat Oregon twice, and they were a top 5 team. They beat Ohio
Alabama.
State. Destroyed Alabama, beat the shit out of Alabama.
You ain't had to say all that, kid. Get to your point. Get to your point.
And they beat and they beat Miami. But if you look at that Oregon game, he threw 5 touchdowns, but he only threw under 200 yards. So, I think depending on who the coach is, he'll be okay in the NFL, and he may be better He may be better in the NFL.
Yeah,
but was he impressive to me? No. Was that defense Miami had in that front four a menace? Absolutely. So I understand that had a lot to do with it, and that offensive line was getting destroyed. And the receivers couldn't get open too. That was the other thing. So I think you saw a talent gap that was managed to be overcome by coaching and scheme. But I give Mario Cristobal a lot of credit. I'm with you, Nick. I thought it was going to be a blowout, but that defense kept them in that game. But I think Mario should have been more aggressive early, because you can see Carson Beck was like frustrated that he couldn't throw the ball. He kept running the ball. But when you saw the end of the play, the end of the game, you saw why Mario was like, nah, we good.
Carson Beck was not. Yeah, he wasn't it. Yeah, the number 4 dude from Miami, Bain. Yeah, if I'm in the draft room in the NFL, I want him on my team.
Yeah,
he was a beast.
Yeah, he is. He's been that all year too,
man. Sheesh.
Mm-hmm. He's been.
They were punishing Indiana's offensive line.
But that's the most surprising thing about this run for Indy is that they don't I feel like in every game, maybe except for the Alabama one, you would say like the talent's on the other side of the football, like the talent's with the other squad, but the scheme and I guess the want to was just there, which is why I think the head coach for Indy can just. I would love to see how that translates in the NFL. And then Mendoza, he's tall enough. He obviously has more sneaky athleticism, as they would say. I think he could be, again, like a middle class or Joe Burrow-ish kind of quarterback where it's like you put him in. You listen.
What? You talking about Mendoza?
Yeah, I'm saying like he had like you could
coach Joe Burrow middle class you?
No, I'm saying he's the middle class version of him. I'm saying
what about Joe Burrow throwing 60 touchdowns in his last season? Says this about Mendoza,
bro. If you would have gave Mendoza those weapons that Burrow had at LSU, he would still
been Mendoza.
No, I don't.
Burrow is a special quarterback. Like Mendoza's not.
He was throwing 2 game winning or game like the 2 best plays of that whole.
Read his stats for that season though, and then look at Mendoza's.
I'm not worried about the season. I'm worried about that game, bro. In that game, number 80. Was basically a practice squad guy until that game, and he gave
number 80 saved him. He saved Mendoza.
Exactly, but Mendoza still had to make them throws. He still had to make them throws.
Oh, nigga, he was just throwing that up. Man, there wasn't
no. He throw that shit all the time.
Spike. That's nice
part
throws.
Those weren't special throws, though.
That was nice time.
That back shoulder.
Those were great catches by the receiver.
I agree, but those back shoulder throws, that's what he does. Like he's mastered that
You're
shit.
right.
And that was on 4th down. You got to I give him props for that now.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not going to work in the NFL, bro. That's not
Why
going
not?
to work.
Why not?
You're playing against
Aaron Rodgers made a killing off that.
Yeah, because Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback. He has better arm talent. When you're looking at Mendoza, you can tell, as y'all watch football, you can tell that he doesn't have any special talents. Now, y'all might can say he got grit or whatever it may be.
He's hella efficient, bro. He's efficient.
That's
He's efficient.
That was the thing about Burrow. That was the thing.
I'm telling you, this is not going to translate to the NFL.
Bruh, first of all, how are you saying all that? We watched all week, all college football playoffs, bro. He beat 6 top programs in the whole fucking country.
Because he's in a good system now. It's such thing as a good college quarterback.
He won.
That's what he is.
He won the.
He sound like a game manager, don't he? And the best quarterbacks in the NFL are really good game managers. Don't lose me the game. Make the right play. Be gritty when we need you to be gritty and be clutch. That's what Mendoza is. Look,
I don't know
Spike.
if I'm taking a game
Spike,
manager
Spike,
with the
I'm not,
number one.
Spike. I'm not saying that he. Thank you. I'm not saying he's Joe Burrow. He's not Joe Burrow special. He doesn't have a big arm. He's not super fast. He's not any of that. But he can win games. You can win with a quarterback like him.
Somebody said it in the chat. He could be Brock Purdy.
That's
disrespectful. He's better than Brock.
He could be that.
Brock Purdy like 5'11", bro. He's better than Brock Purdy, bro.
He's better than Brock Purdy? You think he's gonna be better than Brock Purdy?
Yes.
First of all, take the bass out of your voice for Brock Purdy. You ain't never talked about Brock Purdy like that. So you give a fuck.
Me and Ken been on Brock. That's my guy. I like Brock.
We gonna get to Brock Purdy, all right? Because where was he at? Where was he at?
That's Mendoza's ceiling is Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy still can get better. That's Mendoza's ceiling. That's him at best.
You crazy. The only reason why I was comparing them to Burrow was because of what people said the completion percentage, which means that he's accurate.
Oh my God.
He puts the ball right where
his
he needs
ability to read, process information, and read the game.
Yep.
Yeah, so that could help him a lot and overcome, certain deficiencies. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Some guy, we'll see. I don't know, but I think Miami should have ran more tempo early, because Indiana, once they got up, and especially once they got up by 10 points, and I'm with you, Shelton, the penalties were stupid. It was going to be tough to come back against that team, especially with them running the ball in the way they did. So Indiana pretty much controlled the game. I think Miami was playing catch up, the whole night. And the one time I thought they were I thought they were going to really steal the game with the way they were moving because Indiana struggled with tempo. But the Carson Beck we all know showed up. He thought he had it too. Spike, he thought he had it. He let that go.
Hey, I thought he had a kid the way he let it go.
It was confident.
That nigga looked up like it was an apple.
He looked like he was wide open, bro. Like, bro, it's a DB right there. Like, he put in the double coverage, dude. He was looking like he was wide open, bro.
The announcers was like, bro, they literally are the best team in zone coverage when it comes to those plays. That's why the DB played it, because he knew he had the safety up top.
And Carson Beck was so surprised when it got picked off. He was just like, what? You didn't see it?
After he was over on the sideline crying because he thought the game was over until the penalty happened on the tackle. So, yeah. Anyway, good game, man. I'm glad I was wrong. Oh, yeah. That helped them out a lot. But, but that third quarter, Mendoza was awful. 1 for 5 for 19 yards. But that fourth quarter,
that run, was that fourth down? That run was on fourth.
Yeah.
4th and 5 is crazy to do.
4th and 5. 4th and 5.
He put a slow ass juke on that guy.
It was,
and then bounced off other guys, bro.
He did that man.
He was surprised to be. Yeah, he was surprised he was still on his feet. I don't even think he knew he was still.
I hate it. That's that video game bouncer. Was like, bro, this is a quarterback. How is he just bouncing off linebackers like that? Come on, man.
Because he's 6'5".
Yeah, I guess. Anyway, great game. So we'll see what happens.
Showed up for Miami too. I couldn't even tell they was in Miami most of the time. That Indy crowd came through.
It was loud.
It's been how many years, Nick? Of course, they were definitely going to show up. They've been waiting on this.
It's the first time. First time they ever won national title.
Damn, I thought
96. No, they never won the national. Just say first national title. Last team that first won their first national title was Florida at 96.
Shit. Okay. Well, let's move on, man. Let's get to some teams that have been trying to win a championship, and a quarterback that's been trying to win a championship and just can't seem to get it done. Talking about showing up. We're going to talk about this Denver Broncos Buffalo Bills game. The Denver Broncos won a thrilling back and forth game in the divisional round against the Buffalo Bills, 33-30 at home in overtime. Given how the game ended, Was the Bills' loss more on the referees or on Josh Allen? And with news that Bo Nix is out for the playoffs due to an ankle injury requiring surgery, do y'all believe the Broncos can still make the Super Bowl on the strength of their defense and head coach?
No, they can't make the Super Bowl.
I got a question.
So.
I got a question. When in the hell did he break his ankle?
They saying it's
On
the
the-
second,
they
it
said
was the
it's
second
the
last.
The third to
I
last
didn't
play.
see it. I didn't see it because he was walking around.
Yeah, you couldn't really see it, but
The
they said
adrenaline.
it was yeah, that's what it was exactly. Before it was, but it was broke. He told him to be careful. It was already fractured.
Yeah,
But it was the third to last play on that quarterback where he ran
to the left. He ran to the left, and he kind of like fell like when he was on his knees. Pause. That was the play that got him injured. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything really happened. And even on the sideline, like you said, Nick, like obviously he finished the game, and he showed some grit and moxie with that. But I'm in agreement with you, Spike. I don't think they could win the Super Bowl without Bo Nix. And the reason why I'm saying that is I think the defense will keep them in the game. But let's be honest, a lot like the Bears, like Bo Nix has been very clutch for this team and winning them games down the stretch. No matter what happened in those first 3 quarters, when you need Bo Nix to step up, he stepped up all season. And that's just how they're built. And obviously Sean Payton is gassing up his backup as he should do as a good head coach. I just don't know if they got enough gas to what Bo Nix was giving them. Like I don't think that the backup can drive the car the same way Bo Nix was doing all season. So without him, I don't see them the same way.
I agree with you. I think a threat is being taken away when Nix isn't on the field. Like as you say, FIFO, we gave CJ Stroud a lot of flack. The only way the Broncos could win this is if Drake May has a similar performance to the one he had in Houston. He did everything he could to give the Texans that game. Now, I'm not sure that the defense that he's going to be playing this week is as good as that Texans defense because I think they all time. Like CJ Stroud really did them a disservice. But if Drake May go out there and he's fumbling the ball, giving it away like he was in that Texans game, the Broncos defense is good enough to where they sneak out of there with a 15-12 win. They sneak out of there with a 9-12 win because both of the quarterbacks suck that day. Our defense just happen to be better. So while I say I don't think that Stidham will be able to make it to the Super Bowl, if Drake May don't come out there and do his job, it might get a Broncos defense a chance to do so.
I would say they have a shot, and for that reason we talked about. And also, there's the unknown of Stidham. They don't know what to expect. There ain't a bunch of film that you can go back and watch. The biggest issue that the Broncos is going to have is not going to be Stidham. It's the fact that they don't have a running game to take the pressure off Stidham. Because Harvey is more of a scat back type player. So they're used to kind of creating things for the running back, so to speak, since their starting running back went down, JK. So in saying that he doesn't have a solid running game to depend on, which means a lot of pressure is going to be on him that short and intermediate game. He's got to make sure he don't turn the ball over. That's the biggest thing. And you got to create first turnovers on New England and control the clock in the football. If you do that, then you definitely got a shot to win. That defense is tough. And we saw the best defense, I think, in the playoffs in Houston last week. If CJ had done this much, they wouldn't have won that game. So in saying that, I think that Denver can kind of get after May and make some things happen. If they can create a couple turnovers, who knows? So I'm not counting anybody out.
I heard a crazy stat real quick before you go, Nick. They were talking about the Texans defense or the CJ Stroud's playoff wins and the 2 wins that he got. He scored 32 points. Well, excuse me, the defense has given up 32 points. But the defense has also scored 32 points. So he's basically done nothing in the 2 playoff wins that they do have, and they won those 2 playoff games because of playoffs. I thought that was a crazy step.
Well, I think his first playoff game, he actually, because I think he played the Colts, or is that the last game? Was that the last game of the regular season? Or there was some game where that secured him the playoff, or I think it was the playoff game. I thought he did well. But this is Sophie's choice for me, kid, because I could give a fuck about either one of these teams in the AFC. But I gotta go, Sheldon. What we always say: if you when in doubt, go with the better quarterback head coach
Quarterback
combo.
coach. Mm-hmm.
And I gotta go with the Pats. I just don't see how Jared Stidham. Like I see how the Broncos defense can really like overmatch Drake May, especially because he's got what like 5 to 6 fumbles already in these first 2 playoff games and stuff like that. So he's already got that's on the scouting report. The offensive line was like a turnstile for the Texans, and you're going up against the number 1 team in sacks. And then on the other side, Denver does have a really good offensive line, but like you said, Sheldon, they don't have no run game and they don't really have no outside weapons that I respect. I think Sean Payton, even though the Broncos won that game, Sean Payton's idea for the fourth quarter was like throw it up and we're gonna get a PI. Like that's literally how they won the game. But I did like what Drake May did in like anytime he did fuck up in that Texans game, he did come back and make a play. So you can't say that he doesn't have the talent. I just can't see Jared Stidham out dueling Drake May. Drake May just has to probably get like score 21 points, bro. Just get us 21. You're supposed to be the MVP anyway. Prove it. This is what you're gonna have to play on the road at some point. You've been getting lucky so far with these cupcake games against the Chargers and the fucking Texans, as far as quarterback play, as far as like who you have to play against. I think this is the where Drake May has to show what he's worth as a number 3 overall pick. I'm not feeling confident in either one of these teams, but I have to go with the better head coach quarterback combo. But I will say, let's not bury the lead. This is a Josh Allen conversation.
Yeah.
If Joe Burrow's in the situation, if Lamar Jackson was in the situation, maybe the only grace we would give is Patty because he already got 3 rings. But nobody in this situation where we would make excuses for or let them pass with them playing like the way he did, 4 or 5 turnovers, how many he had, hella. Mm-hmm. And you were the best quarterback left in the playoffs in your conference, like by far. I just don't see how. I'm not trying to go over the top and say he's out of the top 3 as far as QBs, but his whole resume is up in question right now. Like, and the fact that he won that MVP last season when Lamar clearly had the better season because he was the first All-Pro, first team All-Pro, and not Josh Allen, which is still weird. It's going to look weird in the record books when we look back on that. I just don't see what else the Bills can do for him at this point for him to win because we've seen him with talent, we've seen him without talent, and he still loses in the divisional round or the AFC Championship game. We've seen him faced against the best QBs, and we see him faced against Bo Nix, who's not one of the best QBs in the league, even if he is clutch. I don't know what they do next offseason because they fired their head coach, which was shocking because I don't think it's that easy to replace Sean McDermott, even though if you may have your gripes against him. But this is definitely a eye-awakening season for Josh Allen, just the way I feel like it was an eye-awakening season for C.J. Stroud and for Justin Herbert, the quarterbacks who we always had some questions about, but we were thinking this playoff run would showcase what they can really do. It's just been disappointing.
You know what, Nick? Like, I always say, especially in the playoffs, it provides clarity. So, we're getting a clearer picture of some of these guys, like you said, that we had questions about. And I think that when we look at the head coaching situation, right, with Sean McDermott being gone, he's a defensive guy. And we know that Josh Allen took a leap as a quarterback with Brian Daboll. So I could honestly see a reunion coming back. I do think that to shoot him just a little bail, right, like amongst the quarterbacks that he was playing against, everybody except for C.J. Stroud had better offensive weapons around. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say that he didn't have it in the past. He has Stephon Diggs for a number of years, right? James Cook is now coming on as one of the better running backs in the league. So it's not like he's completely devoid. He puts on the hero cape and he plays superhero football a little too much, and that's catching up with him. He has the ability to do it. I do think that they do need to replenish some weaponry for him, but that's not the reason why they lost. They lost because of him. And they lost because he pressed. They lost because he plays superhero football. Brian Daboll was able to neutralize that in a very positive way. That's the reason why, for me, I feel like that is the right hire for them because he's familiar. He's the one that ascended him. The rest of that, y'all could figure that out, right? Because the defense wasn't atrocious; it was solid enough to win. You just got to neutralize and bring Josh Allen down a level to play within the system and not be the system all the time. And I think that's the issue with Josh Allen overall. I don't think it's like more like maybe a performance anxiety sort of type of thing, but it's not much. It's not much that they need to kind of get over the hump.
Yeah, I was gonna say FIFA
that's just not that guy.
I was gonna say that
ability in the world.
I was gonna say that too, FIFA. A lot of people are saying a lot of the things that you said, and they were standing on that and holding true to that. Like he needs more talent around him. James Cook was the number 1 running back in the league this year as far as his performance. They had the number 1 offensive line as far as ratings go, and you had several cogs on the defense. So he had talent around him. Sounds very familiar. He had a lot of talent around him. The ball was in his hands, and that's where you want the ball to be. And he kept giving it to the other team. The one thing about this league that is most important is controlling the ball, not giving the other team. I heard Mike Vrabel said something that was so true to Drake May, and I was like, dang, that's really the key to this thing. Every possession should end in a kick. And if you're turning the ball over, you ain't getting that opportunity, and that's a problem. And that's what Josh Allen did better than anybody else's, pretty much other than CJ. But he technically lost the ball 5 times. He had 4 turnovers, but you can't win that way. And then even if you take that off the board, like Chase Daniel tried to say in his report, we take away the turnovers, and then he goes on to show a play where he missed a wide open tight end for a chance to win the game, overthrew him. So in saying that, Josh Allen was the common denominator. He still had an opportunity to win the game and couldn't get it done. So this is a year that we all talked about. If he didn't have those people in place, Patty Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and all these names were not there. It's just him. He had to win it. It was Super Bowl or bust, and he didn't get there. And it's very unfortunate that Sean McDermott got fired for it, which I get it. But at the same time, they really got to do some soul searching within.
Real quick before Jalen and Ken respond to that point, Shelton, with the Sean McDermott, I think it's more of like you getting fired at work for being late your 5th time, even though your 5th time you had an excuse.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying? Like you could be like, damn, I had a really good excuse. There was a crash on the highway, or you know what I'm saying? I had a family emergency. And I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but them other 4 times, we like what happened then? I think that's what Sean McDermott ran up to. Is like, bro, you've been this close too many times for us to believe that next year is going to be different.
Yeah, I think the problem with Buffalo is they're in this weird position. FIFO mentioned it, where they expect Josh Allen to be Superman. And crazy enough, he go out there and when he plays his best, he's trying to be Superman. But we all want him to tone it down. But then we look at the roster and like, there's not enough talent for him to tone it down. He has to do these things. So then they're in this weird juxtaposition as to what do we do? Because we had Diggs and we seen how he was with Diggs. That seemed to kind of have worked, but Diggs didn't like it. So we had to get rid of him to placate our quarterback. And now what the reports are about McDermott is he's questioning the roster moves. The GM and the other guy, whoever they were talking to, the team president, they've only drafted 2 Pro Bowl players. To your point, Sheldon, yeah, Cook is a great running back. He's one of the 2 Pro Bowl players that they've drafted since Josh Allen has been there. So the talent is not there. Regardless of what we think and how it looks in them old players that they get like Von Miller or whoever, Bosa, that they go and get, they still don't take a priority in putting the proper team around Josh Allen. They look at him like, hey, yeah, you Superman, go out there and figure it out. And he carries it like that, and that got their coach fired.
I ain't had nothing. I just wanted to say people have said that man basically had ED. That man had performance anxiety. Like, damn, bro.
Josh Allen?
Yeah, but we could say that about a couple of quarterbacks though, right? Like they get into
a lot of
big moments and they
quarterback play has been pretty awful the playoffs, but we got a lot of young guys in the playoffs.
It's been bad all year.
Yeah, but Josh is not a young guy. Like Josh shouldn't make the type of mistakes he's making. CJ Stroud, yeah, he's a young guy, but based off of the way he broke into the league, he shouldn't be making the mistakes that he's making. And to me, it's more of a mental thing for those 2 in particular than anything else. You know, because again,
yeah.
I forgive Josh Allen more than I do CJ Stroud because they've implemented that mentality for Josh Allen. Go out here and be Superman. With CJ Stroud, if he listen to his coach, if he pay attention, all you got to do is not fuck it up, bro.
Manage the game.
And it's crazy.
Don't fuck it up.
Spike. Spike.
Yes,
you
man.
can't give
When
Josh Allen has way
knew-
too much experience, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Josh Allen is a
give him. You
better
can't
quarterback
excuse him
than
more
CJ
than CJ Stroud.
I'm excusing him because he has a better football team.
You can't be the MVP and have
No
4 turnovers.
Josh Allen did a
bro.
terrible job. What do you want me to say? But I'm just saying, CJ Stroud, I would hold
It's
more
the
accountable
excuse.
because he got a lot more to work with. Like all he had to do was not fuck it up. Josh Allen had to go be Superman to win with that team.
Lou,
Yes.
he was without his number 1 and number 2 receivers too.
Who?
I'm not saying CJ got no excuses, but Nico Collins wasn't on that field. His line
That's
is not
fine.
good as his Buffalo
Look,
has the number 1
so
line. He has
that's
the number
fine.
1 running
Then
back. He does have
check the
talent. You
ball
can't say
down.
he's not talent.
Check the ball down, make the safe plays, hold on to the ball, and let the defense go win the game.
Who you
Regardless
talking
of
about,
the
Josh
situation,
Allen?
He's
I'm talking about CJ Stroud.
I know he's talking about. I'm
CJ
asking
Stroud
him.
was being like he was being ridiculous. Like we've never seen a quarterback play that bad. With Josh Allen, I kind of understand the pressure that he's under in the sense of they expect him to do everything. Buffalo, they have a good offensive line, they have a good running back. He's a great quarterback, but anything else is depleted. Like who he throwing to?
If Lou
Mike
does
has been
not
doing
turn,
this
if
shit
he
every year in the playoffs, he's been doing this shit.
right, regardless.
So
And
make
if
a
he didn't
coaching
turn the
change. I
ball
agree
over,
with
if
that.
he had turned the ball over 1 time less, you win this game. So in saying that, you can't give him a pass for that. You
I'm
can't
not
do
giving
it.
Josh Allen a pass. He did
And
a
I
terrible
expect
job.
more.
And the
Like Ken
change
said,
needed to be made.
I expect more from Josh Allen than I would from CJ Stroud any day.
No, I don't agree with that though.
I
don't put Josh Allen.
Nah,
I
Spike,
think-
go ahead, Doc.
I think they just ran into. I think he just ran into a defense that actually could handle. Like I know y'all talk a lot. A lot of niggas talk a lot about the Patriots having one of the easiest schedules all time. The Bills play basically the same schedule, bro. Pretty much, and like that's why niggas when niggas be doing about the Panther, like the Bills did pretty much the same thing. So like I think a lot of it when y'all talk about quarterback play too, like defenses have really just caught up to the like. There's a lot of defenses that really have just been building for these quarterbacks, and like that's why the league is just changing a little bit. But I think that's a real fact that nobody's talking about. The way we do talk about Denver's defense, but in this argument right here, we also not talking about how Josh really hasn't played a dominant defense all year, other than maybe Cleveland. Like, like he really been skating by this year with not having.
Now he faced the Texans. He faced the Texans.
Yeah, he did face the Texans, but that's what I'm saying. But he really hasn't. And when he played the Texans, how'd he look?
Terrible.
So I mean, all year it's just been like niggas been on cruise control, and that's really the truth of the matter. So it is gonna be interesting to see Drake May too, because it ain't like he played stellar on Sunday. It's gonna be interesting to see him play against that Denver Broncos defense. I think he's been playing better than Josh this year. I will give him that, but I also understand what people are saying about the schedule. It's going to be interesting to see how he plays against this defense compared to how Josh plays.
I think we all.
It was interesting watching the game, and they were. I can't remember how much they were trailing by, maybe 10 points or something like that. And who was the guy? Romo? Was Romo calling that game?
Romo was.
Yeah, he was like,
oh,
time for Josh Allen to put on the cape. Time for him to put on the cape. And I'm like, y'all are not even down by that much. Like, there's still a lot of game left. We know who the guy is on the team. It's James Cook. Give James, you can still run the ball and not put the ball in Josh Allen's hand and have a good balanced game. Stop trying to, because when you put on the cape, the motherfucker got shredded. He fell out the goddamn sky. But the thing with Josh Allen is, Spike, is that one, he's an MVP. Two, he's a veteran QB at this point. And three, he has way more playoff experience than CJ Stroud. So I see where you're coming from in terms of like the responsibilities of the quarterbacks are different on the team, but nevertheless, I think him being in this position, being an MVP, having the playoff responsibility, you should expect way more out of him because he's been there and done that. The only thing he's been doing is fucking up in the playoffs. He has a history of doing this that everybody is ignoring, and they keep making these excuses for him. He just isn't that guy. And the reason Sean McDermott got fired is that the GM, the owners, and everybody else, I think they kept the GM, They're just like us.
They promoted the GM.
They're looking at the field. Yeah, they promoted the GM. But the owners and everybody in the organization, they're looking at the field and they see no Lamar. They see no Patty, first and foremost. They know they are thinking the same thing. They were like, this is Josh Allen, an MVP winning quarterback with playoff experience going against a bunch of guys that don't have a lot. There is no reason why we should not get to the playoffs. And Sean McDermott was the fall guy for that. But because you're not going to get rid of your quarterback. So I get why he's the fall guy, because if you're looking at this team, you're looking at Sean McDermott as like, hey, bro, you should be able to coach better than that to get past these guys. Bro, you lost to Bo Nix, bro, on a broken foot. I don't care if he lost it. I don't care if he broke it in the second or third play in the game, bro.
That is the scales on him, though. No, they tipped the scales on McDermott because they were like, you can't win with Josh Allen. But he was like, bro, look at the rest of the roster. And it was like, but you can't win with Josh Allen.
But like, that's the thing, is like, it's people looking at it as an isolated incident. You got to look at it as don't look at the chapter, look at the book. They lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Bengals when they had Diggs, and then when they had a better roster at home. Yeah, and then you had a 13-second game. Then last year you lost in the AFC Championship game, and then like now you losing to Bo Nix. Is like, now you're reclining. Like, you're not even like, it's not even like we got to the AFC title game again and we lost. Then you could say like we were just one game away. But you're losing to Bo Nix, bro. First of all, you couldn't even win the division against a second-year QB. With the easy, Sheldon, we called it out before the season started. This is the easiest schedule in the world. Most of us had us thinking he was going to get 2 MVPs because of the schedule.
That's how it was set up.
And instead, we looking at Drake May, and it's just kind of like, all right, bro, you are clearly sliding. Granted, again, I was shocked to hear that Sean McDermott got fired, just because I don't know what coach you're going to plug in. People think that Brian Daboll is gonna come in and do the same shit. Like, he's not. I don't know. He could. He couldn't. But I didn't. He didn't look like a head coach to me when he was coaching in with the Giants.
No, he's not going back.
Jones. Real quick, people gave Tom Brady shit about his comment about quarterbacks not being as good now because of the preparation they put in. A couple times it's been said here. Then what's his name in Atlanta? What's Atlanta?
Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan, no, the quarterback now.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins was talking about how defensive has changed, how they play those two safeties, and how it's more different reading the defense than when he played earlier. I think it's something to be said to that, because a couple of y'all mentioned when y'all were talking about just how down quarterback play is, they haven't figured out the new style of defense that teams are playing, and that's across the board. Like with Mahomes, with even the top guys, you've seen everybody has struggled. It don't look like any elite QBs in the league.
I will say this, and I'm trying to save this for what happens this upcoming weekend with the conference championships. But there also is a thing where, again, y'all know ever since I came on this program, we always like to focus on quarterbacks, but we need to go look up at the front office and head coach. We already seen that head coaches have clearly been called out because there's been 10 job openings this offseason. GMs play a big part in that. Patty looks shitty because he's playing with shit. Josh Allen, I'm not excusing him because he had his own turnovers and he was missing wide open guys. Like, if you look at that last drive that the Bills had before that pick catch, whatever you want to call it, he missed what's his name? The guy who caught the Super Bowl touchdown with the Chiefs. I forgot, fast guy, Hardman. He missed Hardman on an easy route, where if he just threw the ball regularly, like he would have had a first down, getting to the field goal range. He missed him on that. He missed the tight end, like Shelton said. Then he missed Tupac Khalil Shakur on the screen where he threw it in the dirt. And that could have been at least the first down, if not whatever. And scoring a touchdown instead of settling for 3. So to me, there's also dealing with that particular game, but also as a whole, the Bills do not have a great roster. If you look at around, like even the Texans, as we talked about, Nico Collins goes out, then you have Christian Kirk, and then he goes out. And now you throw into some random nigga named Higgins, and he ain't T. So it's just like GMs have to play a huge factor in how we look at these rosters being built and what we asking these quarterbacks to deal with. Can't think the Titans QB is a bust because he throwing to fucking Mr. Who the fuck and wide receiver I could care less about. So it's like I think we're looking at what you're saying, Lou, as far as like, yeah, we're trying to hope that these QBs who are now getting paid, because now they're not on their rookie deals anymore. So we're seeing how these rosters are being impacted by drafts and free agency, because if you can't get the free agents, you're supposed to draft the guys, and it's hard to get draft picks. I'm a Bengals fan. I know it's hard to get draft picks as far as hitting on them. So I think that comes into a factor that we need to talk about. I'll save my bigger take for next week when we see who's going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but Nick, I mean, I get you, but I mean, it was Josh. It was Josh Allen's fault why they lost on
Yes, I'm not.
But
I'm
you
not
can, but I'm saying we can still talk about the roster at the same time, because he's also the reason why they won the week before. Like without him, Trevor wasn't playing the best, but he's also the reason why they won that game. Like Josh Allen was basically playing he played a great game and won that game for them against Jacksonville. So I mean, that's the thing. If he doesn't play great, they don't win. That's kind of the point too, because they were still in with all the mistakes he made.
But that goes.
They had the lead.
But that goes to what I'm saying as far as roster construction. Like
that's what I'm saying. It is a balance. It's a balancing act when you kind of get blamed. It really depends on the game with that team with Buffalo.
I mean, Shakir had 12 catches in that game, so he came up big in that game too. I mean, to be honest, it's like that with every team. You need players on your roster, and you're gonna be missing something. Everybody needs something. Ain't
Not
none
the
of these
Eagles.
teams. They do too. They do too. If you watch the Eagles play this year, you saw their offensive line was beat up and wasn't the same.
Quarterback.
You saw that. You saw it wasn't the same.
I'm just saying. You look at Seattle. You look at the Eagles. You looked at the Ravens last year.
They all need help,
or even this year. It's just like there are some rosters where it's like, bro, you have no excuse. But for the majority of the teams that we talk about when we're talking about their elite quarterbacks and them getting well into the cap space, because I think Patty's cap hit this upcoming season will be like 70 million or some shit like that. It's like, okay, you can't get niggas in free agency no more. Who are you drafting? How come the Chiefs have not replaced Travis Kelce? How come they haven't replaced Tyreek Hill? How come
or who are you trading, Nick? Because they still got players that have value that can get you draft capital. You know what I'm saying? Who's the D? You know I'm bad with names. The D.
Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. You say like he's still very good, but he's not what they need to make them a good defense anymore. Like he doesn't have that extra gear. But for a team like Dallas, I'm just throwing them out there. But a team like Dallas, a team like Buffalo, a team like the 49ers, you know what I'm saying? Like there's teams that be like, hell yeah, we could take him. He'll do amazing with us. That will give up a boatload of draft capital for him. So the thing about football and just professional sports in general is, and this is the beautiful thing about Bill Belichick, is come off of players early, get what you can from them, and flip them into other players. And that's what I haven't really seen outside of the Eagles. I think the Eagles have done it the best, where they'll take a chance on somebody, or what I'm saying, like I think they're playing more risky than anybody else. But that's where the Chiefs are, especially with potentially Mahomes not playing next season or a good part of next season. Like this is the time. Sell off the assets for future assets.
I don't know.
Is Josh Allen the best player in football?
No.
Shoot, who is at this point?
I was about to ask that same question, Sheldon. I
think that's a great question. I mean, my default will be I would say Patty. Good. I'll say Patty, but he's coming off injury.
Even before injury. It would have to be Myles Garrett.
Is this thing on? It's Myles Garrett.
It would have to be Myles Garrett.
He's the most dominant guy in the league right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Myles Garrett.
So Josh Allen is the best quarterback.
There's no argument against him.
I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback right now. Yeah. He's the best quarterback right now.
When healthy, I'm going with Joe Burrow. You know what I'm saying?
Shut up, man.
We talking right now. We talking today. We're talking January 20th, bro.
I'm just saying, y'all telling me the best quarterback in the league can't be Bo Nix? This what we saying.
Hey, he didn't play against Bo Nix. He played against one of the best defenses in the league. But Nick, it is what it is. He's better than Joe Burrow this year. He's better than Patty this year. He's better than Lamar this year. He's better than CJ Stroud this year. He's better than Jordan Love this year. You want me to keep going through all of the quarterbacks in the NFL?
If Caleb hadn't lost that game, I'd have said Caleb is.
to FIFO's point, none of those quarterbacks would have taken Buffalo this far. He the only one of those. He the only one of those quarterbacks that could have got Buffalo this far.
Yeah.
It's either him or Matthew.
He just
Stafford.
beat Trevor Lawrence. Let's not act like you said this far. Like he got to the title game.
Like,
he won one.
It's probably it's either him or Matthew Stafford. And I'd probably say Matthew Stafford.
They would win 9 games. They would win 9 games. Any other quarterback who played in Buffalo will win 9 games.
We just talked about how easy the schedule was. They played the same teams that the Pats did, and that's why they got to the playoffs easily.
Right, but they didn't have a roster to compete. Josh Allen made them able to compete.
You keep saying that. Like I just gave you
James
the stats.
Cook is Walter Payton, nigga. Like James Cook is James Cook.
James Cook, the best one. If he had the best stats in the league, what do you mean?
He had a good year. He had a good year.
FIFO's favorite coach, or one of his favorite coaches, Kyle Shanahan, had CMC, who had an underrated great year, and had no weapons that you could think of on the outside because of injury. Had a solid offensive line, and he got to the same place that Josh Allen did. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when y'all talking about the best player in the league, I'm like, bro, what are we talking about when he just lost?
Sean McDermott and Kyle Shanahan.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm about to say.
Those are two different things.
How many rings they both? Don't they got the same amount of
rings? And they both
rings?
in the same spot, Nick.
No, Shanahan got a job.
Shanahan got a job.
Well, I mean,
yeah, he secured it. He can go 4-11 next year, and I bet you still
he gonna have a job.
So,
Shanahan.
Those are two different
he in Cancun, but not on unemployment.
Coaches, bro. Don't do that. Those are two different coaches. I get your point about him not winning, but don't do that. Y'all know
he next for real. If niggas is firing coaches like they doing
Shanahan can't go.
Shanahan can go 4-11 next year, and he'll still be fine.
He'll still be the coach. He can't fire Shanahan.
Again, like I told y'all, bro, stop looking at the chapter and look at the whole book. He still got Trey Lance on his record. I haven't forgot about that shit. That's one of the worst draft picks in NFL history.
That's why he made it up with Purdy.
Exactly, he made it up with Purdy, bro.
Nothing happened from it. He was good.
And you take away John Lynch takes control of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we realize this ain't your strong suit. Drafting and doing that ain't your strong suit. Stick to coaching, nigga.
Yeah.
The only reason Shanahan hasn't got fired yet is because he walking around hurting all his players and finding ways to win games with a hurt roster to increase his value.
He owned the plant. He owned the plant next to the plexus.
So
I want to
turn that knob up.
I did want to say that I made a point about the Eagles paying, but Nick, I remember how much you talked about us. They doing the same shit we did, and so when it's time to pay, it's gonna be time to pay, and the Eagles gonna feel it.
Come home to roost, baby.
It's gonna. They keep kicking the can down the road. It's gonna be time to pay eventually.
They said y'all might not even be able to field a team in 2028. That's how much y'all hard to get the cap. They might not even be able to pay 53 people.
Even if they don't field the team, they still be better than the Cowboys. So as long as Jerry's alive, we in good shape.
Man, that's the cue to go to the next topic. We talking about niggas who ain't in the playoffs no more.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Here we go. The Los Angeles Rams defeated the Chicago Bears on the road 2017 in overtime. What did the Bears prove to you this season when evaluating Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson? What chance do you give the Rams to beat the Seahawks on the road to make their second Super Bowl appearance in 6 years? And a quick fun fact, the Bears went 3 for 10 on fourth down attempts in this year's playoffs, and Caleb Williams threw 5 interceptions in his first 2 playoff games. 3 for 10 on fourth down attempts. 30%.
That's average.
The attempts is egregious, King. Lou. You went for it 10 times and you only got 3.
It's not baseball, Lou.
Average. 3 out of 10.
Lou's not baseball.
I'm looking at it like baseball.
It's not baseball.
This ain't just. Hey, this ain't
you shoot 30% from 3. That's okay.
Bro, this ain't your test scores, Lou.
I was gonna say, Lou, this ain't an Atlanta strip club where you talk to 10 biddies, you get 3 numbers.
Out of the 10.
That's a win, Nick. This ain't that.
That's a hell of a win, show.
That ain't this.
This ain't that. That's 3 out of the 10. What?
Man, for me, Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams proved that they belong. They surprised a lot of people this year. the good there's upside and downside to everything. The upside is you prove that you got a base to work with. They, when it started out, it seemed kind of rocky when you had the reports from camp. They were saying he was missing throws and like he wasn't playing that well, according to the rumors in camp. But he came out and he got hot this season. Now this offseason should be focused on paying attention to turnovers. You don't have to cut back on the wild plays all the way, but he does have to taper it back and just be a natural quarterback and just do what's best and make sure you protect the football. That's what's the biggest thing that he needs to work on with Ben Johnson more than anything is protecting the football. You had a great season. The other bad part of this is you won't sneak up on anybody next year. You got Green Bay coming back after you. You know what I'm saying? The Lions are coming back after you. But you got a base to work with, and they proved that they can work together pretty good. So you just build off that and go from there.
Shelton, I don't disagree. I do think that the one thing that they have to work on is the layups, the easy plays, because Ben Johnson has schemed up a lot of easy stuff that Caleb, just for whatever reason, has missed, right? And then I think a consistent high level 4 quarters or 3.5 quarters worth of play, because we see that when they turn it up, it's like, oh, this looks dominant, right? Like Caleb isn't just hitting the wow plays. He is hitting the alley-oops. He is hitting the dinks and dunks, and then the running backs like Manungai, and then you got Swift. Like, like it all starts to go, and it's like, oh, like this looks legit. But they got to play for 4 quarters. I think that's the biggest thing. My biggest takeaway was Caleb is clutch, man. Like I think out of any ability that you want that a quarterback has, like height, arm talent, all this, what is clutch. Like I need my guy that when the lights is the brightest and we can tie for 3 or we could win with a touchdown, I want the ball in his hands. And that's the biggest thing I took away from this season. I think we all knew that Caleb coming in, levels of generational, was being thrown out there. But I think the thing that we all take away is like, well, shit, if he has the ball last, they have a very good chance of winning. Regardless of how it looks, regardless of how crazy that last one he threw the Cole Kmet was, it's like, shit, he's throwing it. They got a chance, bro. Like he got that Aaron Rodgers thing about him where it's just like, well, damn, he's a lot of different quarterbacks that we've seen. And, I just want to see him grow from this, because what we saw his first year under the other head coach, you already know about with that, Eberflus, what we saw under that versus what we see under Ben Johnson is 2 completely different guys. So if next year he could take and grow and be more consistent throughout the course of the game, I think the Bears are there. And I do agree with you, Shelton, as well. They're not going to sneak up on nobody. Like teams are going to try to bury them early, no pun intended, so that way that they don't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to take teams' best shots from the beginning of the game. So they have to be ready for that. I think this, though, from a personnel standpoint, they got to get better on defense. I think offense, they're fine. They drafted Loveland. They drafted Luther Burden. They already had Roma Dunze. They got DJ Moore. They got Swift. If they want to go get another running back, okay, I'm cool with that. And the O-line, they already shored that up. The defense needs to be addressed, because even though they were opportunistic, I think they had the most takeaways out of any defense in the league this season. You got to be able to stop the run when you got to be stout. And to me, they're not stout enough.
I think these last 2 weeks have shown the hype around Caleb. Like, if you hadn't seen it before then, if you didn't watch him at USC and you're like wondering why people were so up in arms about him, you see him these last 2 weeks, like, oh, okay, I see it. This might be different. From the launch play, the last play of the game that he threw to just last week, even coming back, you understand that, oh, he may be generational talent. I still think that there's some things that he and Ben Johnson need to work to. I'm glad they got to experience this deep of a playoff one. That way they can learn from it. And I think it's going to be even better next year. I agree with FIFO, you and Sheldon, is saying, oh, you're going to get people's best shot next year, because Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams made people believers this year. And next year, they're not going to go into it with, oh, we letting them come back. We don't believe us. Caleb, he paints his nails. Like, all that bullshit, it's over with. Like, when you were watching that game and you seen him throw that pass to the tight end to tie the game up, you thought, like, I might be watching something. He might be a dude. We might be looking at a new era of, oh, okay, he that dude. Like, it crossed your mind for a little bit, but then he make that play like
until when?
DJ Moore. Until you got to my point, Ken. Until you get that DJ Moore play, and you're like, oh no, why did you do that? Just throw it to the flat, bro. Y'all need the field goal. Go win the game. Don't try to be special right now. We seen you special with the last pass, but they continuously, him and Ben Johnson suffer with this. They outdo themselves. They don't take what's right in front of them. I got to show that I'm smarter than you. And like someone said in the chat, like when Ben Johnson ran the reverse Jameson play last year with a receiver throwing the ball, and like that. No, just go win the game. We don't want to see the tricks and the gadgets right now. Same thing with Caleb right here. When Caleb was throwing that ball to DJ Moore, he probably would him and the cornerback were two of the only people on the field that saw what he saw. Because DJ Moore was clearly not in the play and didn't think that it had a chance to get to it. But Caleb seen if he's running his hard as he does, like he does this in practice, if I throw it right here and he fight for the ball, that's a play. We in field goal range off of one play. We're going to win this thing. And DJ Moore wasn't thinking about it like that because he ain't the football player that Caleb Williams is. And he's not. Caleb Williams is a special football player. You can tell now. It ain't up to grabs. You can tell he's a special football player. And Colin Cowherd said this. He was like, bro, this is the first time that the Bears have a special person, a quarterback. He's like the kid in the classroom that can't tie his shoes, but he can go play Mozart at 6 years old. He has a special talent to him. But you just gotta refine that shit. And Ben Johnson still working on refining that shit. So
before you go, Nick, yes, Caleb has been clutch. But why has Caleb had to be clutch?
Thank you.
Because you're in that position. How you get in that position? So it's great that he can do that, but you got to find ways to not be in that spot. And the interceptions is a very, very critical fun fact. It's not fun for them because he threw five in the playoffs. He threw 7 total in the regular season. That's a huge difference. So, again, you cut those turnovers down, especially that last one, where I think that's Caleb and Ben Johnson, as I said earlier, their arrogance about, oh, I'm going to make my moment. Bro, you just had a moment. You kick that field goal, that moment is in playoff history. Mm-hmm. But you didn't. Y'all let Nas down and y'all messed up. You had to win the game to cement it. And right now it's just the what if moment. It's like I said in the chat, man, this season has been great. But, and you guys already talked about it. I don't want to, remix it. But next year going to be different, man. And the one thing I want to see from Caleb is he just has to play smarter football. And because that highlight, all that shit ain't gonna last, man. That shit, they're gonna take all that shit away, bro. That shit's fluky at times. This is the NFL. Mm-hmm. This is the NFL, and we didn't think that shit was gonna work in the NFL.
The shit he do, you can't take away because it's just special, bro. You can't coach it. You can't like he just gonna do it, bro.
Well, FIFO, you're right about that, but I call it clutchish because it ain't completely clutch. Because if you do something spectacular one play and then make a bonehead play 2 seconds later, what good does it do? And those spectacular plays he's making, Ken is right. That stuff is not going to last. You're gonna try to do something that look great overall, but it not work out for you like it did this year. He had a lot of things on his side this year work out in his favor that won't work out next time.
But that's what's
special. I know being a quarterback, you have to make really quick decisions. But did he not see how DJ Moore was running on that route? Did he not see he was kind of coasting? He just be a little bit smarter about the football. Look, I was one of the few on the panel outside of FIFO that was like, you know what, I'm not out on Caleb. Last year when everybody was tearing him down, across the league and everywhere, I was like, I'm not out on him. And he's been better this year. He got a guy that could coach him. I like what I'm seeing. I want to see it again next year and see the growth that we expect to see, because now no more excuses, bro. You got a coach. You went to the playoffs, learn from it, and be better.
First and foremost, I want to give respect to the city of Chicago. Y'all got a quarterback, y'all got a head coach, and I'm glad that y'all are able to at least, experience playoff success at a different level. Because I mean, as much shit as I talk about the teams that I, critique, I do like seeing cities. Being from Cincinnati myself and seeing a playoff run in my lifetime, it does do something for the city when you haven't seen any success like that. So I do want to give a shout out to them for having a great season, because I think the Bears season was a great season overall. But if we're talking about the playoffs, and I brought this up last week and nobody wanted to really hear me because they won, but I said, don't celebrate stuff in a win that you wouldn't celebrate in a loss. And Ben Johnson and Caleb did the same thing. You talked about remixing, Ken. They did the same remix last week against the Packers and this week, where you're throwing picks in the red zone and you're going for it on fourth down, leaving points on the board when they could have easily won this game based off the field goals that they could have kicked. Especially, and those gimme field goals, not like gimme field goals like from the 30 or the 40, but like, nigga, you're in the on the 10 and 15. Like, you can't miss that unless you just got a goofball at it as a kicker. The play that Caleb made, probably one of the greatest throws that I've ever seen, because he went back 15 yards and threw it.
It was
40. Yeah, like
40
and that's. I think the corners were surprised. They're like, "Hold on, that ball is that accurate?
Like, it's close.
Like,
it's close.
Hold on." It was like,
They were surprised he threw it. Like, did he really?
I don't think they were surprised he threw it. I think they thought like, "Oh, he throwing up a duck," and then they looked up and they kept looking like, "Hold on, nigga, he actually might to catch that." He got it. But then it's like Ken said, situational football. And this is his first playoff run, so you can't critique him that bad. But he threw up 2 other picks that I can critique. That's what I'm saying. Like, the one that everybody focused on, DJ Moore should have ran his route. I'm like, that's fine. But those other interceptions played a factor in this game too. This game really should have been 17-10, ended in regulation. But because of who he is as a talent, it makes it makes everything look like, okay, like you said, Ken. I can't wait for next season, because this is what I said and others said about the Commanders last season. Was that I can't wait for the next season because they're gonna build on top of this. But then, like you said, Ken, you don't know what the fuck is gonna happen next season.
Hold on, real quick. Now, let me just interject real quick, because I told y'all that I was who's that OC? The Commanders that just bounced, the white man,
Cliff Kingsbury.
Cliff Kingsbury. I told y'all he was the question mark, and he didn't build on from what we saw the year before. And the team's caught up,
but he got hurt too.
No, he got hurt too.
But that's still the point, though, is that we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened?
But to y'all point, it looked like it with Jalen too. It looks like it with Caleb now.
And my thing is with Caleb, it's like people keep on saying, "Oh, we can coach these little things out of him. We can do this, we can do that." And with Ben Johnson, and I'm like, I'm at this point, I got to see it to believe it, because he has come a long way, but his completion percentage is still ass. It was ass in this game. Obviously the turnovers is trash. And then situational football is like, come on, bro. Like you don't, like, even if, like Ken said, even if DJ Moore is supposed to make it on that route, you still probably had you could have just threw the ball away at the worst case scenario, give yourself another down, because you were driving to win. The Rams wasn't doing shit with the ball. They punted it back to you, and it was like the next score wins. So it's just like, bro, you could take your time. You don't have to go for the gusto, and you're at home.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I think that, again, Ben Johnson did he surprised me with his coaching job this season. But like Shelton said, bro, they had a lot of shit go their way. And granted, last year they had a lot of shit go against them. So that's how the football gods are. They'll even things out. But the path to the Super Bowl ain't gonna be no more easier than this. This is probably a wasted opportunity when you think about it, because granted, you could say that they weren't gonna beat the Seahawks, but you was gonna go into that game saying they got the better quarterback, and arguably the head coaches kind of nix each other out. And the way that the Bears defense played that second half, just like how they played that second half against Green Bay, they was playing like a top 10 defense. You know what I'm saying? And that's with Puka Nacua, Devontae Smith having to pull out their best bag to win the game. So I don't want to just give credit to the Sean McVay and the Rams. Sean McVay damn near lost this game too, but they won the game at the end, and they got that fat mug. That's the fattest kicker I've ever seen. I thought it was an offensive line.
His nickname is, I can't remember his nickname, but it's something dealing with being fat.
What's the nigga name from Nutty Professor? What was his name? Sherman.
Professor Clump.
Sherman was on that goddamn kicking them kicks. He was clutch though, because he made a couple kicks that I didn't think he was gonna make. But I can't wait for this next game against the Rams Seahawks Part 3.
You can't wait for that?
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I think that's gonna be the. I mean, you want me to? You asking me? Can I wait for the Rams Seahawks versus the Broncos Pats? That's gonna be
this whole weekend is going down the drain.
Just throw the whole weekend away.
Better. Yeah, this weekend would have been better if we had the Texans and the Bears in.
I ain't going that far.
You would have.
Well, that is it. Let's jump into our weekly picks. So we are back for another week of our NFL weekly picks, with our last episode marking the end of our regular season selections. The top performer for those picks was Ken, who went 3-1. So let's see who will lead the pack as we head into conference championship weekend. And we only have 2 matchups. So we have New England versus Denver.
I figured this
week. Come on, y'all.
Hey, Ken, I promise you, my fear is that Sean Payton gets to the Super Bowl.
He gonna win.
And if he wins this, bro, I can't. I'm not showing up that. I'm not showing up that day.
It's gonna be a Nick Foles moment.
Boil my blood if he wins this game. I'd rather see Drake.
You know what the narrative is going to be. Oh, Sean Payton is such an elite coach.
He's one of the greatest.
Top in the business. He took his back.
Y'all just hating on this program.
I'm with Sean Payton. I'm just saying what the narrative going to be. They're going to pump him up. They're going to pump him up to be like one of the best ever if you win this.
Yeah, even though he had Bounty Gate and he's a fucking asshole. I don't give a fuck about that nigga, bro.
He is.
He didn't look that great last year. Last week. If Josh, man, anyway. My thing is, hey, look, Nick. A couple of weeks ago, man, I told you, man. I know May turning the ball over and all this other stuff, but I think I might be with him, bro. I think I might be on the train. I might be on the bandwagon.
Hey, that pass he had up the sideline to Booty. I was like, bro,
it was a hell of a catch by Booty.
It was a hell of a catch too. That was the best catch
one
he
hand catch
because he was at LSU.
Hey,
so I'm like, bro, he got some talent. If they give him more weapons and a better offensive line, it's just the fact that like if you get to him, he liable to give the whole fucking.
He give it to you.
Passer.
He gonna hand it to you.
He give you Social Security. He give you FIFO passport. He give you everything.
Hey, Marty McFly, right? Hey, if Sean Payton win this game, they're stamping his ticket to the Hall of Fame.
Oh yeah,
Don't do
absolutely.
That. I ain't doing that.
He's a Hall of Fame.
Regardless, he is already.
I ain't doing
Y'all think he's Hall of Fame right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not.
How? Yes. He won the Super Bowl. He also coached the quarterback that's like top 5 in every stat. And that's because of him.
Well, anyway, I think.
Is Drew Brees not a byproduct of Sean Payton? Oh, look, I heard silence.
I didn't.
Y'all not agree with that?
I'm letting you just say what you want to say about him. Because we clearly,
if all else people,
Jalen, where you at,
Jalen? He's a fringe Hall of Famer, which I believe he is.
He on the fringe. I'm with Sheldon. He on the fringe. I think he gotta improve a little bit more. I get your point, FIFO. I know what you. To me, I would say yeah, but I also understand like optically, he probably need to do it. He needs to do it because there's a lot of 7. There's a lot of 7 and 9 seasons, and Bounty Gate definitely puts him back. Like it's a stain on his record. So he has to also prove that he can do it outside of like that system. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he won with the Aints though. He won with the Aints, bro.
Right. That part. And he don't even have to win this Super Bowl. Just getting there with the backup, they're gonna be like, "Oh, he was such a great coach."
Yeah, they're gonna give him.
That's gonna snap the ticket for him.
Because it's not first ballot. He'll be sick.
No, it ain't gonna be first ballot. It ain't gonna be
like if he get a coach of the year and then get to the Super Bowl, then he's stamped in. But I think he's gonna be one of those people in the fringe that when it's like, all right, let's just put him in there. I don't think it's like a guarantee.
Yeah.
So you guys only picked the Patriots because Bo Nix got hurt?
Yes.
Yes.
If Bo Nix was playing, what
I would have
picked
picked the Broncos.
If Bo Nix was playing, I'd have picked the Broncos.
I'd have picked the Broncos too. Yep.
Y'all shit on Bo Nix all year. This is I wanted to
Not
mention
me.
this earlier. A lot y'all niggas shit on.
Not
Bo
me
Nix
or
all year.
Spike.
I was
even
the
though
first
he
nigga
was
advocating
comeback.
for Bo Nix.
Dog,
I ain't never shit on him.
Dog, for
And
me,
FIFO, yeah.
for me, I would have picked him in just this round. Even though I don't. I mean, I think he's a good quarterback for that team. He's proved himself to be good for where he is. I just believe in this particular matchup, he would have won.
And Lou, you gave up on Nix during the regular season when we saw them shitball games. You was like, "I'm out on Bo Nix." So I'm saying
I didn't say that. I was the first person advocating.
Say that, yeah.
I was the first person advocating for him. I ain't saying
Niggas, niggas didn't want to believe in the Broncos because of Bo Nix. That's all I heard. Niggas brought up the Broncos.
I was the first nigga to say Bo Nix might be
good. And now this nigga gone.
Jay,
niggas be like, "Well, I ain't got a chance at all."
Jay, I never believed on this. Bo Nix's body don't believe in him. It gave up on him too.
It did. Oh man,
I'm going with the better quarterback. I was gonna pick.
They said you couldn't find a Jalen Stidham graphic, Jalen.
Jason Stidham.
Find a graphic. That's why you put
it. It's Jared Stidham, man.
He was gonna put Jason Statham on there.
What a name. See, I can't even get his name right. I was like,
he would be in a movie like this, Nick.
His name is Jared. That's what I thought.
Man, I don't know what his name is. I know I don't want to watch him in the Super Bowl. I know that.
But honestly though, is Stidham any worse than Bo Nix? I mean, he could come in there and play.
Next pick, bro.
He could come in there and do the same shit.
Hey, only Bo knows. Only Bo knows.
I'm just saying, people. Bo Nix look like trash.
For 3 quarters, then they look like one of the best quarterbacks in the league in the fourth quarter.
But Sean Payton says we at home, bro. We got the refs on our side. Throw that bitch up. They said a catch was a pick. Throw that bitch up.
But
that was a pick.
But
that was a catch, bro.
That was a pick.
If Sean Payton is who we think he is, he can still win the game. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all forget. I know y'all wasn't there. He made Jameis look good when Jameis was playing for us. He made what's Red Rocket name? He made the year after Breeze left. He made niggas look good. I'm not gonna sit here and act like Sean Payton can't do it.
Nah, Jay, that was given with like an off season time. Like he has literally 1 week to prepare this guy who hasn't played in damn near a month, if not a year, for the biggest game of his career. Like
Ken was right. Even what you're talking about. Even when Jameis Winston went out, Jameis was 5-2 and he got hurt for the rest of the year. I forgot who the backup was. I think it was like Trevor Simeon or somebody. Bro, they still finished above 500. Like again,
playing against the NFC South. I'm not giving you credit for that. This is the fucking playoffs.
But hold on. You can't have it both ways, niggas, because y'all be complaining that the Panthers had an easy schedule and
I'm saying your sample is coming from the regular season where they playing more likely bums, especially in their division. He's playing the quote unquote potential MVP and a head coach of the year candidate. Like it's not like he just playing against the Panthers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a team that even with the Drake May fumbles has a good enough defense, especially what's his name? Milton. That motherfucker balling too.
Milton
like
Williams is tough, yeah.
So it's just like you gotta give that other side, and they have better outside weapons than the Broncos too. I don't respect Mims. I don't respect fucking Sutton.
You keep saying potential MVP. That's going to the MVP is Stafford. Drake May not winning an MVP.
Well, he's the MVP in the AFC.
He's not winning this year. No, that's fine.
Anyway, next up. Lord. Come on, man. I just knew somebody was going to pick Seattle. No way in hell.
I don't want the Super Bowl of Seattle and Denver. I am not.
Nobody believes in Sam Darnold.
No, that's the only reason why I didn't pick him.
Nobody believes in Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and they beat him that last game that they should not have won because of Sam Darnold. No, I'm saying they beat him and they should have lost it because of Sam Darnold. But somehow they won it. I just don't believe he can do it again. So I'm with you, Lou.
Bro.
Sam Darnold, he only had 17 attempts that last game against the 49ers.
Right. So the reason why I went with the Rams is because there was a report that Sam Darnold has an oblique strain or something like that, and they were going to put Drew Lock in.
Yeah. He didn't throw the ball all week. They said he had to take. They said they had to shoot him up with tramadol.
And what you call it? The running back just
Scatterbo.
Not Walker. Charbonnet, who's the power back, just tore his ACL. So that's going to be tough. Even though Walker's nice.
If Matt Stafford lose this game, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I know people talk about Matt Stafford, Hall of Fame, one of the best quarterbacks.
That's tough.
If he lose this game, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. If you lose to Sam Darnold, on the road, I don't care. He's supposed to be special. The same shit y'all said about Josh Allen being the best quarterback left in the playoffs. He's the best out of the four.
That is true. And he's
MVP, like dog walk.
Spike, he has a Super Bowl.
He got a Super Bowl, so he get a pay for that.
Yeah.
And
that's not even
I gotta be honest.
Hey, man, y'all don't talk.
I'm with Lou on this. He's the best. Shelton, when it comes to a close game, go with the better quarterback. And that's on the Rams side once again. And granted, that's Seattle again. If this was if that was Jalen Milroe graphic, I'm picking Seattle. But it is Sam Darnold.
Okay, all right. So let's get serious. Y'all don't talk enough about that Seattle defense, though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I love
with this being a division game, bro, it's different. It is different.
Look, though, Jalen, that's what he's supposed to be, though. If you're a Hall of Fame, you this special, you your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback. They showing me these throws that he made from one hash to the other hash in the last game they played. No other quarterback can make this throw. If you're that special and you got to play this defense to get to the Super Bowl for your second Super Bowl title, and it's against Sam Darnold, I expect you to win.
That's true.
I expect you to win.
If he puts up the numbers and they don't win, it's because that defense has not been that defense like it was at the top.
I ain't trying to hear that.
That's the truth. No, that's the truth. Because even the way Carolina looked against them, like it was ridiculous what that defense was doing, bro. Like, I mean, bro, if Matthew Stafford performs and they don't win, I'm not putting it on him.
Nah, it's the way they have to lose. Like it has to lose on a fumble, like the running back. Some shit like one of them games, like something that was out of his control. Yeah, like out of his control. But like to me, like Lou's right, bro. Like that's why I'm trying to save my big point for next week after I see who gets to the Super Bowl. We gotta if these quarterbacks are saying they're elite and they getting paid like it, bro. This is what the money's for. Ain't that famous Don Draper line from what's his name, Mad Men? That's what the money for, bro. It's supposed to. We don't care about the excuses because you get paid, nigga. Win the fucking game.
All right, I'm gonna clip this. Yeah, I'm gonna clip this, Nick. Yeah.
My only thing though is I can't believe everybody picked. I'm with y'all on this week with the Rams, but y'all picked against Seahawks last week. I don't know how all y'all did that.
It's because of Sam Darnold. I can't stand Sam Darnold.
I can't either.
Shelton, I told you. I said last week. I was like, bro, if it was anybody else playing, look, I know Seattle's roster. The running back Walker, the defense, everything about Seattle, I love except for that quarterback. And quarterbacks win those games.
We all have watched football before. Look, we all have watched football before, and we all remember this nigga seeing ghosts in New York. And we don't know when that's going to happen again. And we assume that it's going to happen in the biggest moment because that's how it always happens. He goes. It's going to happen. But if it don't happen this week, it's going to happen in the Super Bowl if they win. But it's going to happen before the season over. He goes again. I'm telling you.
So two things could happen. If they win this game, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Nope.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I think whoever wins, regardless, whoever wins the NFC is winning the Super Bowl.
I agree.
You think so?
I agree with that.
Yeah, I think regardless of who comes out of this, they're winning Super because it's just like I don't trust anybody on that other side more than I trust either of these two teams holistically.
If Seattle got there against the Patriots, though, I think the Patriots. Well, we'll get to that.
Well, so Shelton, back to what you were saying. So I think even in real time, I was like, I forgot that the 49ers had all those injuries too. So I messed up on that pick. And when I saw, because I didn't even get a chance to watch the game, when I saw the final score, I was like, God dang. What did they even?
It wasn't
show
even that
up to
close.
play?
It was that
like
that first play, bro. That first, the whole stadium was
Yeah,
rocking, bro.
it was
It was hella smoke in the air. Like they already had the fireworks set off.
It wasn't even done yet. You know how when they start the game and still have some smoke left, it was still.
Bruh, that whole stadium.
Hey, they danced their ass off to the.
To the push.
That's crazy.
Came out to,
San Francisco won a Super
that
Bowl a week before.
That game was over as soon as it started.
Yeah, they wasn't sneaking up on nobody.
But damn, how the hell
beat
the
the
Eagles
They
lose
was
to that
not
team,
sneaking
man?
up. They
That's what
wasn't
I'm
sneaking
saying.
up on because they snuck up on them too. Well, Eagles had a rough year, but they snuck up on them too. But they wasn't sneaking up on the Seahawks. Seahawks were ready.
My thing is also like the reason why I'm picking the Rams is like this is the best team they could have faced in the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. You know this team better than anybody. You know the whole personnel. You know their strengths, their weaknesses. You really just preparing like Jay said, like this is a division game because that's what it is. And Matt Stafford is used to playing on the road, so it's like again that's why I'm leaning towards what Lou was saying. Like, bro, if he don't win this game, bro, we can nix all that other shit that we talking about with him.
Man,
But he on the road, though, right?
Bro, I don't
Man,
care.
listen, I ain't
Stop talking to me about 10,000 yards passing and I was the 89 career touch. I don't care about none of that. Go win this game in Seattle. That'll show me you a Hall of Fame quarterback.
True, that's facts.
Again, this ain't no ordinary defense. That's all I'm saying.
He ain't no ordinary quarterback. He a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
To allegedly,
he's number one. He's the number one overall pick.
Yo.
Like he
got the stats. He got the pick, like Nick said. Like this is a moment for him. I ain't saying he got to go win a Super Bowl, but winning this game, this is a must on his resume.
It's not a must.
What about
bro.
McVay?
This is a must for McVay too. He can stamp his Hall of Fame career. He can step it because McVay has been to 2 Super Bowls already. But this one, if he's able to get to the Super Bowl during this year and win it, you can't tell me shit about Sean McVay. He's the best head coach. He going into next season will be the best head coach in the league. He's better than Andy Reid at that point, in my opinion. Moving forward,
but he's already on that level, if not already the best head coach in the league, though.
That's what I'm saying. This stamps him as the best.
Still a conversation to be had. If he win this, there's no conversation to be had.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Right. Anyway, member and super chats. We don't have a power ranking, do we? Okay.
Nah, Lou Ben gave up. Lou, you got
Lou was trying to get to basketball season so bad.
Lou, we only got 3 weeks left, bro. The football over.
He had the top 5 days of the week, Monday.
I don't never remember to say date in the graphics, man.
Top 5 times to take a nap. Lou, come on, man.
Boy, Lou is funny, bro.
All right, man. Ariel, seeing Josh Allen and the Bills crying was amazing.
It was. They was all crying today.
Crying.
I wanted to see it too. I was happy.
You saw when they told Dawson that Josh Allen said it was his fault. He just turned around. I was like, man, these dudes is funny, man. I was laughing at that.
Cook was crying too. I'm like,
for the
nigga,
mess.
your punk ass should have showed this acting job when you should have been battling for the ball. That was a catch. Bro.
Hey, y'all see hey, y'all see when Mendoza tried to fake cry last night?
Bro.
He tried to squeeze it out, boy. Hey.
And he only stopped because because the cameras and the reporter walked away.
They walked away. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
Mendoza AI,
man. It's over for Mendoza. He AI.
Oh man,
Mendoza AI. He AI.
I was like, yo, that's fucking crazy. All right. Ariel, don't want to hear Josh Allen comps to 15 ever again. Shit was always stupid. I love seeing Bills fans hopeless more than I like seeing the Chiefs win. Josh Allen needs to leave Buffalo. Buffalo is cursed.
Yeah.
And OGs know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's that Jim Kelly days, boy. Ooh,
it was one of them kicks. I think it was last week. I was like, boy, if he misses like Scott Norwood did, it was one of them kicks to win the game. I think it was last week. I was like, I wouldn't put it past Buffalo to miss this kick right here when they kicked the win last week.
Yeah. Green Beans. These playoffs have been great. Justin Herbert and me both have the same number of playoff wins.
Wow.
And media darling Allen failed again.
Wow.
And I think Harbaugh still only managed 3 points in that game.
Chill out,
They
Ken.
just hired McDonald.
McDaniels,
Yeah, they hired McDonald today. So
You think it's going to make a difference?
Yeah,
I think
Justin Herbert back in the top 5
Yeah,
they
for the
might
next
get
quarterback.
in
I'm
people's
with
minds.
Nick.
For the next
This isn't a Justin Herbert move. Hire.
It's not.
Y'all crazy as hell. They ain't gonna
y'all wildin'.
Yeah, there's no way in
Bro, they
Hey,
got Justin Herbert up out of there.
Hey, I was about to say we have witnessed a lot of things recently in football we never thought. Jared Goff got traded for Matthew Stafford. That was a crazy ass trade when you think about it.
No, it wasn't.
And
It
yes,
really
it
was
was.
not.
It
Bro.
worked
Y'all
out for
been
both
saying-
teams.
Hold on, y'all been saying, I
did.
told y'all Saturday what the hell was gonna happen to Sean McDermott. Most of this shit is predictable, bro. Y'all talking about unpredictable. A lot of this shit is predictable. I told y'all that nigga was gonna be fired.
You said the same thing we said about that 2 seasons ago. Like Sean McDermott is on the hot seat and he on watch. Your goofy ass talk about so they lose the game. Oh, he gonna get fired. Okay. You ain't predict Jared Goff was getting traded from Matthew Stafford, nigga.
But it's not crazy. It's
It
not
ain't no crazy
that
trade.
happened. That's not crazy for that trade to happen.
Ain't nothing crazy there's nothing that the Chargers could probably get offered to give up their quarterback.
They
First
got
overall,
they got
they
Stafford
give
left on the
Stafford.
contract.
Stafford
I
wasn't winning
think.
anything. Their time was over, and
Yeah.
Jared Goff, they lost confidence in him. So that was a good
Yeah,
trade for both
There's
teams.
That
no
was two-
equivalent,
that was
but there's
2
no
seasons.
equivalent to that for the Chargers right now. Like there's no quarterback out there that they would swap Herbert for.
Trevor
Mendoza.
Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence.
No,
Trevor,
no.
Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert.
Quarterbacks don't move like
Chargers.
that, bro.
If the
Joe
Raiders offered
Burrow.
the number 1 pick, the Chargers wouldn't take it.
I would.
The craziest thing that has happened is Micah getting traded. That's the craziest thing that has happened. Everything else has been pretty much on par, bro.
Yeah,
Nothing
that
else
is
has
pretty
really
much
been
it.
crazy. And even when Micah getting traded, it was kind of like we were telling Spike that it was possible Micah wasn't going to be there.
That's true.
So it wasn't even crazy. Nothing crazy has really happened.
Khalil Mack getting traded. That was
No.
crazy too at the time.
That was crazy at the time.
They
But
asked the
just
question
like,
of
Jalen's
which.
point. To Jalen's point, that's just like the Michael thing. That was crazy. That the Khalil
Yeah,
Mack shit is
they
so
asked the
crazy.
point like which if Khalil Mack retired today, which team would he had 4 years at
That's for all of them. I saw that.
4 years at the Chargers, 4 years at the Raiders, and 4 years at the Bears. Which team would he go in the Hall of Fame? And I was like, damn, I don't even know.
I think
All
the
the
Raiders.
stats were identical.
I think the Raiders.
That's why identical. That's the crazy.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, the stats are almost identical at all 4. The only reason I would think he wouldn't do the Raiders is because the
How they
nasty
did them.
breakup. Yeah.
But he
So
was
I would
all
think-
pro. He was all pro at 2 positions with the Raiders. That's nuts.
crazy. That's crazy.
It's still
He was a
loser.
monster.
Caught him a loser.
It's still a loser. Yep.
Man.
All right, what else? Don Conway. They changed the rules for Josh Allen, gave him an easy schedule, and he was the best QB left. That's not the savior they hoped for, and I love it.
I'm with you, Don.
0-7.
I'm with you,
0-7
Don. But
in overtime.
they still got faith in him too. These people still saying it ain't him.
I mean, he kind of still is. They best hope.
Yeah, he
Oh,
already
yeah.
got.
He
He
they
already
best
got.
hope. Like they can't put like Matthew Stafford from the retire. Like we don't know about Justin Herbert. Like there is.
They
no
gonna say
other
it's
good,
May.
like, hope.
They're gonna
They
say
just
it's
happy
Drake
to
May.
have a. They happy to have a white quarterback
Shelton
that
is
plays
right.
like a black
They're gonna
quarterback.
say it's Drake May.
That's really what it is.
It's gonna be Drake May. It's gonna be Drake May. Drake
Yeah,
May. for the
absolutely.
Chargers. Yeah.
He run like a black quarterback. They just happy he run. Like they happy to have a white quarterback that plays like a black quarterback. That's
He's the white.
That's
he's
why
the-
they hold on to him so
This
bad.
is like Larry Bird.
Basically, yeah.
Stefanski already has a bad reputation in Atlanta. What the hell did he do?
Great.
I just thought
Already
DCO5
hired.
come out.
Got hired,
DCO5 was like, I hate this nigga.
Yeah, because
Who did?
well, you remember when Shador got drafted, the kid from Atlanta, the coach's son called him and prank called him. They talk about that.
Yeah, that was
Talk
Stefanski.
about no, what? And they were just saying that
Oh.
bringing in Stefanski after the way he treated Shador, they tied it all in together. That's what they were trying to say. That's why he got a bad
Nah.
rep.
It's the best. It's the good hire for the.
And they
Falcons.
said he
All they
a
did
quarterback killer. He had like 11 quarterbacks.
You see what Baker said about him? Baker don't.
That's
fuck
that's what I
with him.
said. Yeah,
Yeah, but if I'm Stefanski, I'm like, oh, y'all mid-ass quarterbacks. Like, get out of my face, bro. Fuck.
Yeah,
he had like 13.
Baker put
13
failed.
quarterbacks.
Baker put failed in quotations. Like, yeah, nigga, you failed in Denver.
You know what I saw too, though? They were saying
history.
they were saying it's crazy that he got that job, and Raheem had a better record than he did, and better performances than he did in Cleveland.
Baker didn't fail in Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, he did.
He really did.
He was successful.
He didn't live up to the. He didn't live up to the.
He was solid.
Yeah,
he wasn't successful. He
was solid.
Yeah. He wasn't.
Hey, getting the Browns to the playoffs and winning a playoff game.
That's successful, I guess.
By Cleveland standards,
bro.
He was solid, bro.
Yeah. They just got greedy and wanted Deshaun. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
Again,
for Cleveland,
they were a solid team. They got greedy and wanted Deshaun. That's all that happened. And it was
didn't he have a
Deshaun is better than Baker? That's it.
I can't recall, but didn't he have a couple of rough years leading up to that? After the playoffs.
Yeah,
Baker, I can't remember.
Bro, his tenure in Cleveland.
I thought he had like
his tenure in Cleveland was unsuccessful. He tried to come at Stefanski like Stefanski did something wrong by getting rid of him, and then he was like, "You never called me either, like you said you was." Man, get out of here, bro. Kick rock.
Nobody gives a fuck ain't even get rid of him, bro. Like, the owner got rid of him.
Yeah, I don't owe you no phone call.
If I'm Baker, I'm like, bro, I got $100 million to live in Tampa.
Like,
that's the best thing I could have ever done for myself.
Why are you beefing with the coach? I think it was a good hire for Atlanta, though. I think that Stefanski is a good coach. Atlanta's a lot more stable than Cleveland is, so he should be able to do what he do. Atlanta ain't more stable than Cleveland. Anybody's more stable than Cleveland.
That shit cursed.
Except for the Jets and the Raiders.
Yeah, true.
Atlanta cursed too.
But it is cursed.
Vibes and stuff. Caleb and Ben is a duo that won't last. One is too reckless on the field, and the other leaves too many points on the field with his coaching decisions.
I think they're gonna figure it out.
I would hope so, but that's yet to be seen. Year 2 for Caleb was definitely an advancement. We just got to see the maturity come in play now.
And people need to quit saying, and I'm gonna say this because you already know how I feel about J-Lo. They need to quit saying that Caleb is the best quarterback in the division. He is not. He is not.
He is.
He is not.
I love Jordan Love, but
I give it to
hold on,
y'all.
Hey, hold on, y'all. If J-Lo's so good, why he ain't win that game? He was up. If he's so much better, why he ain't win that game? Why he ain't win that game, Nick? He had it. He had it. He was up. He's the better quarterback. Why he ain't win that game?
Jay, just like Giselle said when Brady was playing and they was married, he can't throw and catch, nigga.
Get out of here. Do you know how many wide receivers they got out there, bro? They got arguably the deepest wide receiving core in the league. I don't want to hear that.
I can't call him the best quarterback in the division. You lose a 21-3 game.
And he had better weapons.
That wasn't on him.
He had better weapons.
Nigga.
Yeah, right.
Come on, man. Get out of here, Nick.
Because how many times didn't he win like 2 out of 3 against him this year?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
like
you
Nick
gotta,
said,
no, he won all 3. He won all 3 of them.
He won all 3 of them?
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
He split. He split with them because he didn't play that other game. That was Malik Willis, so he didn't play that game.
Right.
And the other thing is, he gave him 11 point. He gave him an 18-point lead and 11-point lead. What else is he supposed to do? The defense got to play their part.
He got to finish it, right?
That's why
you can't have it both ways, Nick. You can't throw that on the defense now, but
when they tell Josh Allen, put your cape on. They told Caleb put his cape on. That's what.
Caleb looking at J-Lo like a little dude. Like he ringing you off the block. Help me. I'm gonna smack him up.
I'm not your little nigga.
I'm gonna say this. We gonna see next season who the big dog of the division.
It's gonna be Caleb.
Breaking news, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna be Caleb.
No, it's not. I promise you.
Vibes and stuff. I've never seen so many grown men crying after a loss. The Bills realize their window is closed. Has closed.
That is true. Their window is closed. At least with that iteration.
This is a reset.
You went from the old guard to the new guard overnight, and they stuck in the middle. They in purgatory. They ain't gonna get out of that.
Yeah. We them boys. If Eli gets in the Hall of Fame, Stafford should too.
Eli ain't getting it.
Stafford don't have 2 rings.
Yeah. If he get 2 rings, he in the Hall of Fame.
Comparable. Yeah. That's
I don't know why y'all comparing them to. Don't even make sense. Mid-ass quarterback.
Hey, Eli.
Are you saying both of them?
No, Eli.
Eli.
Eli definitely a mid-ass quarterback.
Is Stafford better than Eli?
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah. And he only
As
had
a player,
yeah.
Way better.
Who do you trust
Way
in the
better.
playoffs though? Eli or Stafford?
Stafford up there now.
Yeah,
I don't know, kid.
You don't remember that Super Bowl run, Nick?
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, which Super Bowl run
I know
wanna
you
talk
do.
about Eli? Listen, Eli had a better Super Bowl run than Stafford did. That second one, especially when
you may want to forget about Stafford's Super Bowl run. Rob Costa, top of the evening, everyone. Appreciate the laughs tonight. Lost my grandma this weekend and really needed it.
Damn.
Man, sorry about that, Rob.
Condolences,
Yeah.
bro.
Condolences.
R.I.P. Granny.
bro.
Yeah, no,
R.I.P. Grandma. Shout out to her.
Yep. Condolences. And that's it. Yep, we're all done. You know what I think? As we close out the show, CJ Stroud. I was thinking about this. CJ Stroud needs to go back on all those podcasts and take all that shit back.
Take it back.
I think that's the only way he can
reverse the curse,
right, bro?
I agree with
He
Ken.
gotta reverse the curse.
I agree with Ken.
Nah,
He has to.
He gonna have to unpack Caleb.
That nasty stigma from that energy from that is coming back to haunt him, and it looked like you can see it that like that nigga can't even hold his head up on the sidelines.
Yeah, it came
Like,
unpacked.
sidelines
He
like
patted Caleb on the back. That was the end of it.
Nah, what two things.
Caleb. He tried a little boy Caleb.
Yeah, he loved bro Caleb. He like,
Got a
you
little
hold your
bro
head
here.
up. You're gonna be all
Yeah,
right.
you be all right.
Now Caleb like, bro,
He said you gonna be here one day too.
hey, go grab some twisties for me from the stove, bro. Hey, go grab some shit.
My thing,
some chips and shit, man.
My thing with CJ, I don't want to see shit from him. He need to lock in, kid. I don't want to see him with no podcast after those performances, especially when he left Pittsburgh. He was talking. He did the Mike Tomlin thing. He was blowing kisses outside of Pittsburgh after that win.
I'm mad. I'm mad at D'Amico though because I still think he should have went to Davis Mills in that second half. I understand that
No,
it's,
you can't do that. You can't do
I
that.
understand people saying
With your
that.
franchise quarterback. You can't do that. You
Man,
cannot.
look,
There's
I
no way
would've
you
done
come
it.
back.
I would have done
You
it.
bring no. Okay, look. You bring Davis Mills in. He balls out. Y'all win that game. Who starts in this game?
We
Mills.
find out next week.
Yeah,
we live to see next week.
we're a football team. We ain't no next week now, though,
You get to
Lou.
next week. No, you get to next week. Who starts the game?
Lou, ain't no next week now though, so it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Davis Mills,
comes
Lou.
in and
Davis
wins
Mills.
the game. If he come in and win the game, y'all saying next week I'm starting Davis Mills over my franchise quarterback.
Yes.
That's in,
Mhm.
see, and that's why you
Hey,
can't do it. Because
the
then
real
going into the next season, who I pay?
You ain't got to pay nobody.
Yeah,
I'm not paying. Hey, I'm telling you what, I ain't paying a nigga that I had the bench. I'll tell you that. He ain't
He ain't gonna
coming
get
back.
paid now.
That's what I'm saying. Either way, Lou, you in the same predicament either way because you don't even want to pay CJ now.
I don't know if they don't want to pay him. They want to know if
I'm saying you
if
wouldn't.
he's worth
I'm saying-
paying.
I'm
so
saying
if,
you wouldn't pay.
for me to figure out if he's worth paying, he got to go play that second half. I gotta. If I've been with him for the last 4 years and I respect him and thought he was my franchise quarterback, yes, like y'all saying from a strategic standpoint, it would be good to go out put Davis Mills in if I thought he could win that game. But I also need to see for my future if this dude is who he say he is, and if he go out there and do what he did, then ain't no extensions, bro. Like they said, they paid it for no more lo mein, no more noodles, no more ribs. Like you out of here, bro.
Hey, the real problem is that the reason why he fell off is that OSU quarterback curse. That's the real reason why he ain't playing.
I thought
And
he had
they
broke
won
that
good.
curse too.
He seemed like he was the
one
one
good
to break it.
quarterback from OSU. They be
He seemed
good
like
in
he was the
college.
one to break in
Niggas
his
be
own.
trash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good point, Jay.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Hey, shout out to Michael Irvin too. While we at it, man, I feel bad for Mike.
Oh, shut up.
You feeling bad right now? I can bet you that. I bet you feeling
Hey,
right good.
he all right.
Yeah, he
Hey,
all
Shelby,
right.
I tell you what, Michael Irvin don't feel bad right now.
Yeah.
I
That's
tell
what
you
I'm
that.
saying.
His
He
coke
good.
dealer upset. He was the one crying in the locker room. he was like,
Nah, he got
damn.
his regardless, Nick.
He was
He got
like,
his
regardless.
hey Lou, he was gonna feed the streets of Miami if they won. He was
Man, he
upset.
was. He saw
Run it
Miami
up.
come out of that cocaine white, bro. He thought it was going to be that night.
Run it up, bro.
He was
What
gonna
we
make
doing?
a killer. He was gonna make a
Mike,
killer.
Mike like Scarface in that last scene right now, bro. He's sitting at the desk just like Scarface right now.
It's gonna look. Hey, it's
Looking
gonna,
at game tape.
Hey, Michael Irvin's gonna do the LeBron James tribute when he's smoking that. He was supposed to do it.
He'll catch all that.
All that, boy. They was
All right, y'all know
upset.
it's after hours now. So we gonna call it a night. We'll catch you guys next week. We out. Peace.
Peace.